Okay. I'm going to go straight for Life is Strange this evening. I think I could use a story-driven experience. Also, it's hot, so the fan's going on. Yeah, it's good. I think it's Dispatch was also really, really, really good. Yeah. Things should be working. I didn't break too many things in order to get the channel trailer to work. So the channel trailer was an interesting experience. I'd like been thinking in the shower what I would say, and then sat down, launched the stream, set it all up, did it, and did a pretty good job, I thought, was happy with it, and then realized my mic was muted. And then did about 5 crappy ones, and then I think a good enough one. But yeah. All right. Spray paint on the wall. Oh, hang on, shit, my headphones going flat.
Always remember this moment. Photobomb! Photo hog.
I just think this past the actual PlayStation.
It feels like a different yesterday.
I need a longish charging cable.
Like it needs another
MacGyver this shit. It's the heaviest charging cable.
I'd like to do something good for my school in Arcadia Bay. I can't even submit my photo to represent. I just don't want to be rejected.
Every great artist gets rejected before they get accepted. So you have to enter a photo.
It's a requirement. You must be rejected before you can be accepted.
Come on, I don't want to see
Otherwise, not
Arcadia Bay
artist.
burned to the shore. I just say shit like that because I've been trying to get out of here since you left, basically. If I could find Rachel, then pay Frank off. I'm still leaving to start a whole new life.
Wish we could just hang out all morning like we used to.
I miss CD players.
Maybe we should get up. I have to get back to Blackwell soon.
Oh, does the schoolgirl have a test today?
I'm starting to feel like going to Blackwell every day is a test. I just need to get on my regular school schedule again.
I know that it is freezing, but I think we have to walk. Keep waving at the taxis, they keep turning their lights off.
I'm so wiped out from last night. But it was awesome.
I have to ponder
You
what
get
kind
more
of criminal
dialogue if you just hang out.
Last night was only the tip of the iceberg.
I have to admit, it was pretty cool to take over the Blackwell gym.
Oh yeah.
The gym, tomorrow the world. We need to step it up.
We still have to be careful how I use my power. I don't want to get stuck in time.
Oh yeah, also I'd massively messed with the audio track settings. If there's weirdness in the audio, please let me know. I'm trying to divvy up the audio track outputs for my VODs so that I can have a bit more control. Particularly for this game, because a lot of the audio gets
I need
muted.
to get dressed now.
What do you want, Warren? Hi. Alright, fair enough.
don't think I'll be moshing today.
I mean, doesn't mean you can't wear the clothes.
I love this morning light. It's so peaceful.
Wouldn't it be wicked if we could just hang out here forever like when we were kids?
Really? Is it? Just getting a weird noise in my ear. PS5. Months off. Hang on, if I do that, is it better? Oh. In theory, that should have game sound. Nope. Okay. God damn it.
What's so easy in the evening, by the morning, such a flask inside my pocket, we can
How about
share
that?
it on
There it is. Okay, it is the tracks. In which case it'll be super loud. So let's bring it back down again.
promise to stay
Hopefully about there, and I'll put all the tracks back where they should be. Also, because I'm charging my headphones, I have thank you for the help. I have a weird like creaking cyclic sound, which will probably be the charger like pumping electricity into the headphones. So that's a fun noise. I forgot what you asked. Let's say yes.
But sadly, we're not kids anymore.
Oh,
At least you can
I mean,
check
it's
it out,
the lesson
right?
here is charge your
My dad
headphones.
was terrified of the day I would discover boys.
So, you never really told me if you had a serious boyfriend while I was away.
Not serious. Hella stupid, usually. I went through a boy toy phase, among other things.
I can't see you with any of the guys around here.
Because you have a good eye. That's why I was so glad Rachel came along to rescue me.
I mean, there's currently advantages. Also, I have like a headphone port right here, so I could.
Sounds like you totally crushed on Rachel.
You would have too. Smart, sexy, and sassy. Like me, right?
Well, duh. Maybe Rachel would have fought over both of us.
You wish. Then again, maybe. You're a photographer and she wanted to be a model.
I swear there's people using like DLSS to just wipe out the sound, because they're streaming without headphones, presumably with the sound being and the microphone to pick it up, and they're using DLSS or whatever to wipe it back out again, which I feel like is risky, but
I thought Chloe might put up a pic of me instead. Can't compete with Rachel. Holy shitballs. Frank
ooh, I need
is
to change
scary.
my stream settings.
I should have let Chloe take that money.
Life is strange. Thank you for covering over. Just play through. So that's like near top of my list of games to play, Meister. Yeah. So I've played through 1, 2, and 3 Pixel Remaster, platinumed all of those. Though I'm playing them on Steam, so yeah. Life is Strange. How this channel trainers ask me anything. Life is Strange as a tag, sure. Life is Strange. Okay, we are now streaming in the correct channel category. Wait now. I don't hear it. How are you finding it? I haven't played 4 yet, so I've done 1, 2, and 3, and stopped at 4. And then I also went back and bought like the remasters, like the 3D versions, but obviously I'll play them separately or whatever.
Ugh. Still reeks like a chlorine factory.
See if you can find a suitable outfit in my fashion hole.
We get to wear our friends' clothes. Excellent.
I'm lucky David didn't bust me for acting like it was my pot. Chloe is so damn cute. She's really trying to suss out what my vision means.
No.
Can I check out the news on this old laptop? At least we haven't been identified. Yet.
Breaking it, yep.
I have to go. Especially since Kate's parents aren't going to bury her here.
Done that. Closet will be closed. To see if there's anything else. Don't want to go to the door yet.
The fact that she put the photo next to Rachel's is so touching.
I have the same goal. So which ones have you got? Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 11. Because lightning sucks in 10. No, not 11, because 11's the online one. 12, 13, 1, 2, 3. I got all of those. 14, I haven't because it's online and it's tricky. 15, I've got. 16, I've got. Not lightning the character. Lightning in Final Fantasy X, there is a platinum that you have to dodge. I think it's 300 lightning strikes, and it fucking sucks. And Shorty was telling me about a way that you can sort of work it out. Yeah, that trophy sucks, man. Like, I'm normally pretty good with the whole, like, flashing or whatever, but I could string together 4 or 5, like, let alone the 300. But, yeah, Shorty was telling me about... Yeah, you can... Apparently there's a spot where it's rhythmic. So if you're good at holding a rhythm, you can just do it. So that I'm fine with. With my drumming skills, I can usually hold a pretty good rhythm. Okay, let's get dressed. Let's steal some clothes.
Okay, time for some Chloe cosplay.
Oh yeah, and
Hey, there you go.
you mentioned
Rachel
about
left
the
a bunch of her clothes
copyright,
with me.
Shorty. Yeah, 100%.
She's your
It's
size.
the old
But not quite my
DMCA
style.
Act, which,
Max,
to be
you don't
fair, I'm
have style
relatively
yet.
cool with. It's just
Please
I'm
give it a
wary
try.
of if
You
Twitch
can
is
always
muting the
rewind back to your
VOD.
chlorine brand t-shirt and generic jeans.
That doesn't necessarily
suck.
mean I can upload it
I
to
like my
YouTube.
shirt
I need
and
to be a bit
jeans.
careful because YouTube is more
But
sensitive
it
than
would be
Twitch.
cool to
So,
try on Rachel's clothes.
like,
just
I've got
to see
some
if
Gran
they fit.
Turismo 7 streams that
Stop
I
second-guessing yourself,
am not
Max.
going to put on YouTube,
Put
I don't
this
think, because I'm
on
just
and let
wary
your
of
inner
the
punk rock
background
girl
music
come
getting
out.
flagged. Though I
You
think
can afford to
YouTube's a
take
bit nicer
chances
with
whenever and whatever you
DMCA.
want to try.
From memory, like they just
For
go, hey,
example,
this video is
I double
violating
dare
it.
you.
It just gets
What?
delisted. You know, please
I
don't do
double
it
dare
again.
you.
As opposed
Kiss
to
me out.
Twitch, which is 3 strikes and you're banned. I was not paying attention. All right, fine. Oh,
Damn, you're hardcore, Max. Now I can text Warren and tell him he doesn't stand a chance. Unless he's into girl-on-girl action.
okay. I want to rewind.
You're such a dork. Oh man, that was priceless when I kissed Chloe. She didn't think I would.
Stranger of Paradise.
Outfit in my fashion hole.
We're gonna pay a bit more attention this
Time
time.
for some Chloe cosplay.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I'm about to look it
Rachel
up.
left a bunch of her clothes with me. She's your size.
But not quite my style.
Max, you don't have a style yet.
Oh, that's the
Just give it a try.
the
You can
hard one.
always rewind
The-
back
the-
to your
the-
chlorine brand t-shirt and generic jeans.
You suck. like my
soulsy kind of one, isn't it?
But it would be cool to try on Rachel's clothes just to see if they fit.
Stop second-guessing yourself, Max. Put this on and let your inner punk rock girl come out. You can afford to take chances whenever and whatever you want to try. For example, I dare you to kiss me.
What?
I double dare you. Kiss me now.
She did. Okay, well, fuck it. Now I'm kissing you. I don't even need to know what the other option is.
Damn, you're hardcore, Max. Now I can text Warren and tell him he doesn't stand a chance. Unless he's into girl-on-girl action.
You're
She
such
did.
a dork.
Consent is important, and then she like yeah. Yeah. Interesting. I think I did like Stranger of Paradise is, I think I played a demo where you go into like a tower and you're getting crystals and it's kind of like, it's hack and slash, but it's sort of heavy and you need to block a lot and it's easy to die, if memory serves. Well, not easy to die, but sort of harder than,
Six
say,
packs,
Final Fantasy
couple tats,
15.
some piercings, and we'll make a thrasher out of you yet.
Ready for the mosh pit,
I think.
Shaka bra.
Maybe. Could be wrong.
Maybe not. Go on down and say hi to Joyce. Free breakfast. I have to wake and bake first.
I promise not to tell.
Let's not rewind and find out, okay?
The timing, yeah, 2022 sounds about right. Okay, I should go downstairs and eat breakfast. That sounds like a plan. Hey, Caramel, how are you? My my goal went off.
God, that smells so amazing. It's like when we were kids here.
Wait, what? Team Ninja right here. Is that what Neo is? Are they different? So, yeah, Neo and Sekiro. No, that's definitely two different games. Who's got that? Oh, unknown. Oh. Sadness. Speed running.
Nobody in this town has a fucking clue as to what's happening. Or do they?
Is the inventory thing is that true in Neo and Stranger of Paradise, or just Neo?
I better not go in there. David might be in bed. Ew.
Eyes of the Ronin. That I've heard of too. Yeah, okay. How do you feel about Fallout then? Again, that I've never played. I just expect that it has. Hang on. How about Bethesda games where it's just like, here is a heap of junk that you can sell. Invasive.
Officer Korn. Just want to let you know your stepdaughter's car was identified near the Blackwell campus last night, around the time of the break-ins.
What?
Give me a call soon.
Are you in trouble again, Chloe? Don't you slip.
Message deleted.
Goodbye, message. I think Chloe has earned a break from all this bullshit.
That is, I mean, you were children. It's fine.
Kate's life was sure worth a nice exploitive headline.
Fair enough. I get annoyed with games that limit. So Path of Exile, which I've been playing a bit, does this a lot, where it's like
Who drinks beer this
you
early here?
need to kind of choose what you pick up because your inventory is limited and will fill up very quickly. Though to be fair, they get around that by just letting you teleport back to town at any point in time. No restrictions whatsoever.
I keep expecting to see the sky turn red.
Sorry, what now? Tutorial after the first level. Jesus. Yeah, like Path of Exile, I quite enjoy that game, but I
love that
don't
they still
want
have
to
the
play
same
it when I'm not
refrigerator.
playing it. Diablo's worse again, yeah. Diablo does it deliberately. There'll be some like, hey, here, you can pay $5 real world dollars and expand your inventory, or auto-filter the crap stuff. It's just like, yep, cool.
Chloe still eats the same cereal. So do I.
I'm kind of used to it with Blizzard, but yeah.
Good
What up,
morning,
Joyce?
Rachel, I mean Max. Oh, you startled
Where's
me.
my phone?
Well, you fit those clothes well. Thank God you're not a hellraiser like her or Chloe. Now tell me exactly what you want to chow on.
Eggs and bacon all the way.
Remember when you guys would sleep in until I yelled
I went
out,
like an hour into the
"Wakey,
stream
wakey,
with
eggs
that.
and bacon."
Usually my phone isn't
Totally.
anywhere near me.
We'd wake up so fast.
So this time you can help me with the ingredients. I need you to grab me the actual eggs and the bacon.
I can handle eggs and bacon.
Okay, well, yeah. Pound the eggs.
The eggs always come first, as Joyce used to say.
Oh, no, I was joking. Sorry. Yeah. It was a baseless jab. I would imagine bacon would be in the refrigerator.
I should evolve and become a vegan, but bacon.
Do you want anything else?
Thanks.
You're
After
welcome.
all these years and everything that's happened, it's great to see you and Chloe together again. She hasn't had a good friend since you or Rachel. Oh, those clothes remind me so much of her. Such a sweet girl. I'm just hoping she's living large in LA.
I'd love to think that too, Joyce, but
We're on the same page, Max. I keep hoping that Rachel will show up or even send a message to Chloe from Hollywood. Or
Yeah, it's more
wherever she is.
with the service typey games and lots of loot. Destiny did it, and Destiny's a very different type of game, but I'll do this in a sec. Destiny, once you hit a certain level, would let you auto trash crap gear. So as you picked it up, it would just get automatically. Actually, no, I think it just wiped it from the map to begin with, because it just said there's no point. You're not getting anything from it. It would just give you the resources instead of the weapons, because you do one mission, have to go back to base and clear things out, as opposed to being able to just go 1, 2, 3, 4. It was, yeah. And at least in Path of Exile, it expects you to do that yourself, where hey, just don't pick up white gear, only pick up blue and yellow, but pickup is R1 and it's a proximity thing. So on computer it's probably a bit easier, but on PlayStation it's like it's easier just to multi-tap it and pick up everything and kind of worry about it later. And I suspect that's why in Path of Exile they let you just teleport back to base at any time. Free of cost, just press a button, teleport done. Which is a way to get around it. Probably not the best way to get around it. What I thought. Rachel in trouble, Rachel okay. Was Rachel mad at Chloe? Is Rachel okay?
be honest, Joyce. Do you think Rachel is okay?
God, I hope so. She is
That I'm okay
smart.
with.
She always landed on her feet. Maybe I don't know her as well as I thought. Maybe Chloe doesn't either.
Sometimes I feel like I don't know Chloe as well as I
Okay, so you can teleport to town at any time in
Max
Diablo 2.
Caulfield, are you
I like,
actually
yeah, so
jealous
World
of
of Crafter
Rachel?
did the same by having increased your inventory by locking it as a reward for two-factor authentication. That's fair, because verification is important, and people will tend not to want to do it. Or some people tend not to want to do it. I need to pay attention to the game.
Maybe. Rachel was so much cooler than me.
You think? Then why has Chloe been telling me she wishes she could be more like you over the past 5 years?
Doubt it. Did she really? 5 years ago feels like 1,000 now.
And that makes me what, a century old? You're only 18, Max. Oh, youth. If only I could go back.
It's not all that, Joyce.
Voila, a breakfast fit for us queens. And a king. Go sit at the table.
Kate and I have been
Kate's life
talking
was
about,
sure worth a nice
because
exploited
like
headline.
when we moved in together, obviously we had a bed each, and interesting flash snow and freak eclipse. Max's visions are all
Who
like
drinks beer this
freak weather.
early around here?
I've met people that drink beer for breakfast. Strap in. Yeah, so we had 2 beds, which made sense. We got 2 bedrooms, just throw 1 bed in. And then recently we've been talking about, or maybe, you know, having a fully set up bedroom is not really required when it gets used like 2-3 days a year. So we're talking about
Thank you so much.
rearranging the beds, getting rid of one
I'm
of them,
never
having like a
leaving this
futon or a fold out bed or something, and then I can have a streaming room and like a drum kit and stuff. Look, eat peanut butter. I mean, obviously peanut butter.
I'm glad that's creamy and not crunchy.
You're a monster, honestly.
I guess nobody waters the
Right,
planet
so
here.
2 beds, and I was talking about, so Kate's is a queen, mine is a king. We've traditionally used mine as a king because king has more space, but hers is better.
Kate's life was sure worth a nice exploitive headline.
And yes, the comment Kate made when she's like, when I bought my bed, I bought it a queen size bed because I am a queen and therefore it is a fit bed. It is the correct bed for a queen. You know, the logic holds.
Seeing you again, made me remember so much. I know these photos don't measure up to your work, Max.
My favorite photographers probably take pictures similar to yours.
Well,
They
it's,
make me
yeah.
happy.
And then I said, well,
He wants us all to be happy, Max.
so her bed is better, and whilst we've had the king, mine packs away a bit easier.
don't think
I
I
was
can
suggesting,
rock
well, how
this
about we just go
outfit
for
like
the king
Rachel.
down to the queen? Like, it's
You have your
fine.
own
And she's
cool
like,
style.
no, actually, I do prefer kind of the space that you get with a king. Like, you can be in a bed with someone and do this and still not
Totally
actually touch
remember
anyone.
that day.
I'm glad. William took this picture with his instant camera. Oh, it was the last picture he ever took. He had his car out right after this. And
Kate gets home tomorrow, which this feels relevant actually. She's been down in
no
Gambia
choice.
since the end of
I'm sorry.
July.
I didn't show you this to be bid. In fact,
And was supposed to be heading to Alice Springs, but they changed it like last week. So yeah, we'll be.
She was
It has gone
hopeful,
quick, yeah.
positive.
Well, actually,
Everything
quick
she's
and also taking a
today.
bloody long time. So yeah, that'll be good. She'll be home in the morning, and then the plan was when she would come home that I would do the bedroom thing then, because
Did you guys
she
have a
needs to
bonding
study,
session
and it's a
about
good
how
way
fucked up I am?
to kind of get that
It's not
sorted.
always about you.
But
Chloe, please. It's too early to start picking a fight.
what was I gonna
Eat
say?
instead.
But we are having someone stay with us who's performing
Now
at the
stop
Fringe.
whispering. I
So
know you're talking about
friend
me.
of a friend was like, "Hey, has anyone got a spare room?" And
Jeez, I
I just
can't
pay
do
attention to the
anything
game.
around
So,
here without everybody
to be
getting up in
continued.
my shit.
No one can even joke with you, Chloe. You fly off the handle like that.
Excuse me.
yeah,
I have to
I
use
think
the
so.
bathroom.
Like it's
Sure,
still
run up
still
and pee when you
usable
should
as a
back me
bedroom,
up.
but not
Now,
prioritized
who's
as a
being
bedroom.
paranoid? Just listen to yourself.
Nobody else does.
That's saying it. Just that. How often when you're a teenager and you go to your friend's place and you're like, you're talking to their parent and it's like nice and calm and you're just having this really relaxed conversation, and the second your friend walks in, they just start fighting and it's like, yep, okay, cool. I'm just gonna walk off because, right.
I do need to get into David's computer. He's gotta be hiding shit. No shit, it needs a password. How about step douche? Try again. I need more clues.
I think we've been through most of this stuff the last time we were in here. Also, do you turn the light on? Wait, that is the creepiest wedding photo.
Maybe I could try stepdad for the password.
You can try. The fact that it's got weird uppercase and lowercase stuff.
Shit balls.
I'm gonna be collecting up passwords. Okay.
Nothing to see here.
Just standing there drinking your juice. I don't know, Mom. And then
I
they
could
involve
try
you
the
in the
license
argument.
number for the password.
That's not going to be it. Capri-Sun. Amazing.
Huh. Maybe this ID number might
That's more likely. I like that he's got a light for his gun cabinet. Mood lighting. Padlock.
Naturally, David would buy a heavy-duty military padlock.
That's a little over the top. It's
I
just a
can even
padlock.
see the combination. That might be a useful password.
Doubt it. Yeah. I've tapped into something here.
Nothing in it.
Actually, the modern version of that is when you go to your friend's place, like, you know, and a couple friend, and they start fighting. It's the exact same thing.
Nope.
I will
No
just be
way,
outside
Max.
playing
You
with the
totally
dog.
froze the
Or look, you
laptop.
have a baby. Ooh, the baby.
Yep, locked up.
Oh, okay, I can see
Can't
that.
enter any password. Shit. Magic 8 Ball says no. No way, Max. You totally froze the top.
Did I miss anything? Or did I have to do some stuff to trigger stuff or something? Oh, hang on, I didn't even go in here. Book.
Looks like David has read this a lot. What did he learn?
Jesus.
Obviously, David's parents care about him. That date might be a good password.
I doubt it.
Cute. Can't picture David driving Joyce around with this on the car.
Door bag search.
That's cute. Could be a password here.
Also doubt it. Knife.
Even David Madsen might be an angel to somebody else.
To my field angel, keep your wings up. What?
Now the car looks ready to roll.
What about the license
This
plate?
is a better hobby for David than surveillance.
Keys?
Joyce might as well have wrote, "Let's get married."
His other name is Joyce.
That might be a useful password. David
Search
has
the
been
trivia.
dragging his head around since 2001?
Alright, let's lock this laptop.
Worst hacker ever. No, stop.
Oh, hang on. I think I only get one at a time. Because I definitely ran at all three.
Score!
Got it.
Max the hacker strikes again.
'Tis the
Whoa,
date.
Spoiler alert. Rachel definitely hooked up with Frank.
Whoa, hang on.
But why does David care?
Frank. Control substance.
Instead
Illegal
of stalking
pharmaceuticals.
Kate, David could have helped her.
Kate stays in the bathroom longer than other students. Drugs. Jesus. You were timing how long people go to the bathroom. You might be the problem.
This is so wrong. Oh, creepy bastard.
Hmm.
I better tell Chloe about this now. It's just one more thing to make her sad. And mad.
Dude's massively overbearing, but he's not like serial killer or anything. Probably.
Nice breakfast.
David, you're back already?
I have to take a nap after writing up vandalism reports last night.
Sucked in.
What happened?
Some little shit-ass punks broke into the swimming pool. This is what happens at these PC bullshit colleges. Entitled students taking over the campus.
Do you know for sure it was Blackwell students?
Who else would do it? And I'm gonna bust them. Figures you'd be here. Is that your Rachel Amber Halloween costume?
You know
Jesus.
more about her than me.
No. You and Chloe think you know more than anybody. Like all teenagers.
Leave Max alone, David. Stop threatening students.
He threatens them with surveillance cameras, so he can spy on everybody. Like he spies on all of us here.
Don't start, Chloe. Not now.
Yeah, I'm just always starting shit, right? You're a total paranoid, David.
Not now, Chloe.
You used to call me a loser for getting kicked out of Blackwell. So who's the loser now, David? Who haven't you accused or harassed? Between your investigations into Rachel and Kate, what have you done besides get in trouble?
You're a bully, David. I saw you harass Kate Marsh when she was going through hell.
I'm very curious
You could've
what siding with
totally
David
helped
would
her.
do there.
Everybody at Blackwell is a suspect to you, except for Nathan Prescott. That's why the students and faculty don't like you. You even threatened me. I do respect your service, but you don't respect anybody.
You were smoking
that.
pot in Chloe's room.
You're
That's
just-
illegal.
So is spying on people in your family and at your work. Why do you have photos of Kate Marsh and Rachel Amber in your files anyway?
What? Is this true, Max? Yes, David. Why do you have these files at all? I find this very disturbing.
I do not have to take this kind of
Just
interrogation.
admitted she looked through his
Not
computer.
from you punks.
Maybe you should calm down.
Oh, you're turning on me now, huh? Of course. Women always stick together. Well, screw you.
David, you better go to a hotel until we figure this out.
You can't kick me out of my own home.
It's my home, David. Paid for and in my name. You know the law, right?
Oh, I thought I knew a lot of things. Like when I'm outflanked.
Have a nice day.
Chloe, for once, just please shut up.
I hope Joyce doesn't hate me for tearing into David.
What you said was perfectly fair. Like, I'm really curious to know what would happen if he'd sided with him, but there's not really a super need.
Max, don't beat yourself up. David earned this all by himself.
Yep.
Understand?
I don't want to see or hear you again, Max. You've hurt me and my family enough.
Okay, child.
Max, that gave me chills. And you better not rewind this one.
I do kind of want to know what. Nah, sticking with it. Let's not abuse the rewind.
Listen, when I went through David's laptop, I found pictures of Rachel and Frank.
I've got ads incoming. I also need to find my
More
phone.
than
And I know I have
Right, no way,
soju
She was
and
just
some
posing to tease
sweet
Frank.
soft drink in the
If you're not
fridge,
gonna
so I
believe
might
me,
make myself
why
a
don't we check
tasty,
out what
tasty
Frank has in his
beverage.
RV?
What's that gonna prove?
Frank has Rachel's bracelet. What else does he have in
Yeah,
there?
that's what I thought.
Motherfucker better not have anything. For his sake. Let's check the door.
Yeah. Potentially
Frank
there'll be
gets so
a
wasted, he
a
sometimes forgets to
photo.
lock it.
Like there'll be a need to do that pathway anyway. So
I can't believe you hung out with him.
Not anymore. We have to be casual ninjas here.
casual ninjas. That's a yep. That makes sense. Casual ninjas.
Shitballs.
Hi, I'm a
Okay,
ninja.
here's the plan.
Acting cash.
I'll go to the diner and distract Frank by telling him I have his money, but he needs to come with me. Then
Actually,
you
kinda
come in
true.
and rewind
Ninjas
so Frank
weren't all,
doesn't
like,
see me.
black
Then you
robes.
can
They were
tell
very
Frank
sneaky,
he needs to
sneaky.
check out his RV, and then you rewind after you get the key, and
Chloe,
Great plan.
I got this. I'll be right back.
don't let my epic plan get in the way of yours. I'll try to scrounge up a Scooby snack to distract his mangy mutt.
Now to find a quick and easy way to snag Frank's keys.
All right, I'll be right back after the ads. it took longer than I should, so I brought a surprise. It's the rarest of rares. The Betty cat. Look how fluffy she is. Oh, she's she's camera shy. It's the Betty. Would you like to go now? Yeah. Oh, okay. Please. You gonna hang out for a sec? Yeah, you can hang out. Nope, we're going. Cool. Yeah, 100%. She's elusive. Wait, oh, I need to... I've disabled the play around with the stream deck so the music isn't auto-turning off. Wasn't I supposed to be going in the van?
More nasty shit.
Careful, Max. Cujo ahead.
Cujo.
Damn, there has to be food for you somewhere.
Locked. Look at all these flyers.
Grape
It's so
soju
sad
and
that
lemonade.
nobody will read them.
It's actually really good. Oh yeah, I was gonna go. I've got pasito in there as well, and I was gonna have it with pasito, but then you don't really need passion fruit on top of the grape because the grape is so good. It reminds me of being in Japan and buying the drinks from the 7-Elevens. Like you go to the alcoholic fridge and it's just 0 cans, and it's just like, you know, 0 sugar grape, 0 sugar, all the flavors you can imagine plus alcohol, and they get you drunk, real drunk. And they would be there with Translate on my phone, looking at every single label until I found one that had sugar in it. Okay, I want the sweet. But oh,
What is going on here?
what? I mean, it's a dead bird. I don't know if it's a. What? I'm confused as to why we would find keys. Just lying around or whatever. I can climb on the roof maybe. Or not.
Good morning.
What do you got, bud?
How are the fish today?
Don't ask. First the snow, then an eclipse. What's next? A tornado?
Yes.
I hope not.
Could be worse. We could get one of those California quakes.
True.
Does anyone else struggle from
Well,
drinking from a
I'm feeling
glass one? There's
a
lots of
little
ice in it.
dizzy now.
I can.
Hope you catch the big one today.
I better.
You gotta like push
Too
the
late
ice out
to
of the way
switch
with your.
careers now.
with it.
See you around, kid.
Like it's definitely a problem that I have. I've got Betty hair everywhere. It's so light and fluffy. It's just like static to me everywhere. Yeah, 100%. Oh no, you can't do teeth. Teeth on ice is unacceptable. Ice on teeth. I wasn't listening to what you said. Tell me
Can't
again.
chat now. Gotta focus on the fish.
Yeah, there's just so many fish. Yep, that makes sense.
Nasty shit. Damn, there has to be food for you somewhere.
Hmm. Where the fuck am I supposed to be going?
Hey, how's it going?
Peachy. Interview over.
Having a bad day at the office?
Work is dried up around here, and I have bills to pay. Time is money to a guy like me.
That sucks.
Wish I could drive right out of goddamn Arcadia Bay. The whole town is crumbling. Snow, eclipse. That slut suicide?
Maybe you should leave then.
What if I could? Hell, even that shifty Rachel What's-Her-Face asked me once if I'd drive her to Los Angeles.
You knew Rachel Amber? Can you tell me about her?
Nope. Christ, why don't you get a real job instead of homework? I'd love to see you Blackwell turds try to drive my 1977 Needham 18-wheeler out there. Like I said,
I like to see you do trigonometry.
Good lord, bacon. I'm ready to nosh again. But I need to get those keys from Frank.
It's interesting how words can change meaning over time, because nosh, I mean, I think it's in the UK that nosh does not mean eat. In some places. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm disgusting.
I'm just here to steal a drug dealer's keys. Maybe we all did.
Yikes.
You eat like a pig. Try the floor.
I
Whoa.
was eating those beans. Are you fucking insane? I was eating those beans!
Did not expect that to be what would happen. Yeah, yeah. What, before he murders me? Yeah, probs. Jesus. I still want to fuck with him before I actually talk to him.
I just wanted to see what would happen if I did this.
Accurate,
I'm
yep.
gonna kill you.
What is the point of these options?
You have serious balls, little girl.
Yeah, you should see the last few
Chloe
times things I
playing
did to
with
you.
guns and dressing up like Rachel doesn't make you cool or tough. What the fuck do you want? Take a picture of me and I'll break your fucking camera.
How do you know these are Rachel's clothes?
Because she looks beautiful in them and you look like ass. You're lucky I just took that gun from you.
Grab your keys and let's check out your RV.
Let's not. You fucking creep me out.
In other words, Max, no keys. Maybe I could chat up that officer, or even Nathan, and then go all Groundhog Day on them until I get the info I need.
What?
How you doing, Maxine? I'm so sorry you had to be
The hell
up
did
there
that
with
mean?
Kate when she, you know. Just know that we're proud of you for going up there.
Thanks, Officer Barry.
Still failed.
I know you guys deal with this stuff way more than me, but it is hard to deal with.
I'm glad you're representing Blackpool Academy.
God damn, that tastes good. Weird Town, Kate Marsh next. David Benson.
I thought Nathan Prescott represents Blackwell.
Well, don't make me backwash this bacon. You know what the Prescotts represent.
Taking over Arcadia Bay?
You're not far wrong, Max. I heard the Prescotts are working on some new big land deals. Mr. Prescott helped out my family once a while ago, so I made a deal with him that I can't seem to get out of. Man, if I could get one instant replay in life.
Yikes.
I better finish my breakfast first.
Old mate's got regrets.
We'll chat later, Max.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I shouldn't have said that. I need to rewind.
Wait, what's happening?
How you doing, Maxine?
Thanks, Officer Barry.
I'm glad you're representing...
Weird Town.
Do you think Arcadia Bay is a weird town?
I'd take a normal city with normal problems about now. Makes me sick thinking about it.
I feel
This
like
game has
David
mild
Madsen
Stranger Things
represents
vibes.
Blackwell.
Not for long. He's a loose cannon. We all respect him for his service, but he's too eager.
He's eager to be a dick to me and Chloe.
That's true. He was ranting about a stolen gun, then I tuned out. Somebody's always out to get him.
Try interrogating somebody else, Lieutenant Caulfield.
What can I do for you, Max?
I guess Kate Marsh will be the face of Blackwell for a while.
Greek yogurt. I really want to like yogurt. Like it's so good for you. Yeah, I just. I don't even know why I dislike it. I don't know. you've stumbled onto a. I'm conflicted.
Well, I heard a rumor you were
So,
working for the Prescott family on
whenever
the
I
side.
make Mexican food,
Doesn't this town ever shut up?
or whenever like there's a lot of
don't blame
recipes
you for getting
that they're sort of spicy and they call for
sometimes I
either
check up
like
on
often
the
they call for
Prescott
yogurt
family
or
to
sour
make sure
cream.
they're doing all right.
And Kate will always go,
Nathan
if it's sour cream, just get yogurt. It's basically the same thing, but yogurt is good for you. Sour cream is horrendously bad for you. And like there was a time for quite a while that I would buy both, so I would get sour cream and she'd get yogurt. And I have managed to use yogurt in place of that. And I like it in certain, so like mixing up with bircher muesli and nuts and things like that. Like as a base, I like it, but I can't do it on its own. And yeah, apparently, I don't know, I'm weird about it. This, I added that I'm autistic to the about, and I think we're on the it's one of those things. Don't get me started on bananas.
What the fuck now?
Could I get you to drop Chloe's debt?
Are you supposed to be a smart student?
You'll find out if you
What are
do me
your
this
thoughts on
favor.
Greek yogurt?
Thanks, godmother, but I don't need your favors. And Chloe doesn't get any.
Not just banana bread, bananas. So I will not eat them. I don't even, so like don't like the taste, don't like the texture, any of it. It's too easy. I mean, there is yogurt and bananas, yeah, but I do like banana lollies, but that's because they have no relation to bananas whatsoever. When I was at uni, sitting in a tutorial or a lecture or something, I sat next to a random guy I didn't know, and he ate a banana and then put the peel on his desk, and I'm like, hey mate, do you mind chucking, because we're like halfway through the tute, and clearly like it's there's people sitting either side of us, it's hard to get to the bin. I'm like, hey, do you mind throwing the banana peel out? And he's like, why? I'm like, sorry, like the smell really bothers me, it's making me feel a bit sick. And he's just kind of like, huh, fine. And I'm like, look, I'm happy to do it, like I'll hold my breath and go and do it. And he's like, no, like he was a bit exasperated, but was fine to do it. But that's kind of like, it's that bad for me, I can't handle it all. You don't like them either? Oh, cool. Didn't realize that. So it's not an allergy or anything. It's not just it is 100% a psycho thing. It's 100% a mental thing. But like, if someone's like, "Hey, here's a piece of cake," and I bite into the cake and it has a piece of banana in it, I'll immediately spit it out. Like it's like, no, that's banana, gross. According to psychologists and whatnot, I've mentioned to this too. It's 100%. Probably as a kid, someone's forced me to eat a banana, and it's created this like traumatic sort of association. And when in that conversation with my psychologist, it was very funny. I'm like, is that something you think I should work on? And she just kind of went like, how badly do you want to eat a banana? And I'm like, no, I hate them. She's like, then why would you bother? Like my psychologist has helped me work through many things, and she's given me the tools that I can just deal with my life on my own, and that's all great. But it was so fucking funny when I'm just like, hey, should I like work through my banana intolerance? She's like, why? What the fuck is the point?
David Madsen is
I mean, I can pretty much guarantee it was my father, but yeah.
looking for that gun. He might show up.
I
on
do
your
have to be a
doorstep.
bit careful around
Ooh, I'm
potassium
trembling.
because
I don't need to take his little museum piece.
there's almost an assumption. It is a bit like people that don't. If you don't drink cow's milk, you will typically find that you can find that you end up being calcium deficient, because there's kind of an assumption in how we structure our Western diets, or the recommendations around Western diets, that milk will make up a reasonable part of your diet. And milk is really good with giving you calcium. So it's like, cool, calcium ticked off. So you've got to be a bit careful if you don't drink milk that you get other things that are relatively high in calcium, or just enough of it. Yeah, so and neither do I. I don't drink milk. So you have to be, it depends on what you eat. Like if you eat plenty of a variety of healthy, like natural, unprocessed foods, you probably get enough calcium anyway. But bananas are a bit like that with potassium. Bananas are an incredibly good source of potassium, and the way sort of dietary recommendations have been structured is around the idea that, well, if you eat a banana a month, that's it, you're taken care of. Whereas I actually need to check how I'm getting my potassium because I don't know that one. Another really interesting one when we're on diets is mushrooms. So mushrooms are the best thing you can do to prevent all cancer. So it's like if you compare, this is huge studies compare basically groups of people who regularly ate mushrooms, and we're talking a handful a week versus people that never ate mushrooms, and there is a 20% reduction in your odds of getting cancer between those two groups. And when I say a handful, it's like literally, whether it's one big one or a handful of small ones, just in your week, that over the course of the week, that's enough. Yep, there you go, Carable. It's exactly that, right? Like it's one of the things you kind of learn through your 20s and 30s is like, hey, I'm getting headaches or whatever, this health issue cropping up. You see a doctor, they do blood tests. It's like, hey, you're low in this, and then you talk to them about it, and it's like, it's because I don't eat bananas, or a common one is women need more iron, and if you don't eat a lot of red meat and whatnot, you can, like, red meat is a really, really good source of iron. But if you don't eat red meat, you need to make sure they're eating enough of other things, which is where you end up with supplements and blah, blah, blah. Well, so Caramel, with mushrooms, there's a multitude of types of mushrooms. So if you don't like the flavor of, say, one, there's other types that have less flavor or more flavor. It's a little bit like fish in that way. And also how you prepare them is incredibly important. So if you're like, mushrooms are like, they're kind of slimy and have like a weird taste, just a recommendation, get button mushrooms, the little like white ones, slice them about sort of bacon thickness, and then you fry them in a fry pan with butter, and add a lot of salt and pepper, and you keep frying them until they start to kind of almost go crispy, and try that. Oh, you don't like fungus? I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not the only thing you can do, but it's one of those, like, you can't take a supplement to replace what you get from mushrooms, because it's like this really complicated, I think it's an amino acid or a protein or something like that. There's some like compound that's produced categorically across mushrooms that you will not get anywhere else, and it's a massive cancer reducer. So I'm sorry for you, Caramel. Feels like poison. Are you aware that, like, so mushrooms are fungus, right? And fungal infections are really, really, really difficult to deal with in humans, because fungal DNA is so similar to humans that any treatment you use to get rid of the fungus also affects us. Like, so bacteria, no, antibiotics, it's fine, they're different enough. Fungus is so similar to humans that there's overlap. So it's like, there's Kate was telling me a story about a dude that, I don't know if he was, I think so you know how you can take magic mushrooms? Someone injected magic mushrooms into their veins. And apparently when she needs to repeat this story. I'm definitely fucking it up. But basically, by the time this guy made it to the hospital, he was growing mushrooms inside of his body. And there was nothing they could really do for that. It's like, this will kill you. Like, that's you're done. There's more to that story, and it's cooler, but the crux of it is there. And it's just like, yeah, don't mess with mushrooms, people.
Rachel, whatever.
Exactly. I mean, anecdotally, your grandmother is bulletproof. So this is where people, it's like, right, so 20% chance, handful of mushrooms. So therefore, 5 handful of mushrooms cannot get cancer.
Considering we're in a public diner with a police officer right over there, you shouldn't advertise your rage, Prescott.
No worries.
Yeah, Prescott.
You're the one trying to fake it till you make it. At least you were smart enough to keep your big
100%.
shut in the principal's office.
Drugs will sell Kate March, your father.
Listen, Nathan. I'll take back everything I said about you. If you hook me up with Frank. Know what I mean?
He's just so sexy. I cannot resist him.
Baby aspirin.
How do you think I stay wired all night studying? So is it a deal or not?
You're in the US, right? What do they call it?
Deal. You'll get your school supplies. Just go over to Frank and whisper higher education.
I'm covered in
Don't
cat hair.
pass up. Holy shit, what do you want now?
Your father.
Your sugar daddy will always protect you and threaten me.
You don't know shit about my father or me. Nobody here does.
Then tell me what I should know.
Why? So you can pretend to care? Spoiler alert, he's an asshole.
Maybe I could help you.
I don't need you for anything except to stay out of my fucking business, understand? Now get out of my face. Holy shit, what do you...
I want to talk to you about the things on this list.
I bet you hoped that Kate Marsh would stay quiet.
Nothing
Idiot
I was
says
talking
what?
about.
Did you drug her?
You are so stupid, Max. You think you're so goddamn smart, too. Don't push me, girl. You don't want me for an enemy, understand? Do you?
Calm down, dude. We're in the diner.
Right. Plus, you're an adult now. I can sue your dumbass for libel. Thanks. Now
She has
fuck
to.
off, dyke.
What is she printing a newsletter?
Holy shit.
Shit,
What
do you want now?
I bet Frank hooked you and Rachel Amber up with party supplies.
Nice try. Rachel partied like a fiend on her own. More than me.
I doubt that.
Like you would know, virgin. Even that pig over there knows Rachel hung out more with Frank. I mean, don't talk to the cop about that, dumbass. Holy shit, what do you want now?
I heard your dad hired a local cop to keep an eye out on you and Frank Bowers. Like a babysitter.
Bullshit. My dad doesn't hire. He owns. And these pigs know better than to knock
probably
on
accurate.
me.
Do they? I hope that means Frank won't get busted.
Eventually he will. Guy's into some freaky shit. He told me once he took a weird blood oath for Rachel. Forget I told you that.
What?
Seriously. Now get off my crack, whore. Keep your pie hole shut.
We got anything
Fucking
else?
stupid. Get out of my space.
I feel like that was everything. Cop,
I
you got
shouldn't
more?
have said that. I'll need to rewind.
Do we? I thought I very carefully structured my questions so we would get the refusal last.
Holy shit.
Weren't you supposed to keep your mouth shut about the blood oath Frank took for Rachel?
Blood oath? What the fuck? I never told anybody about that freaky shit. Besides, everybody knows Frank is a liar and a loser.
Fair enough.
Even Rachel did.
Yet Rachel Amber hung out with him more than you.
So, Rachel wanted Frank's stash. She let him take pictures, then he carries around her photo like she posed for love. Dumbass. Holy shit.
Yeah, cool. Exhausted the dialogue options.
What can I do for you, Max?
You got anything new?
Nathan said that Rachel Amber represents Blackwell. With Frank Bowers.
Bowers ain't no student anymore. Sadly, he does represent one side of Arcadia Bay. I want you to stay out of his orbit, okay? Him and that rabid mutt.
I heard something about Frank Bowers and his puppy. My boy does love his dog.
Especially when the dog is your personal drooling bodyguard. You could bet he trained that poor thing on blood.
Gross. I wouldn't bet. Where did he get the pup?
Frank used to bet on dog fights. Now, to his credit, he had a revelation. He saved a bunch of the dogs, kept one for himself. He's still a creep. You and that Chloe stay away, right?
Anything new in your dialogue
Fuck
tree?
now.
Buy drugs, save trip. Buy drugs.
By the way, Frank, I was wondering if you had any
Higher education?
Oh, yeah, sure. Do you want the after-school special to go with that? Jesus. Look, I don't sell anything but bottles to feed me and my dog. I work for a living. Not like you spoiled Blackwell punks with too much time on your hands.
But
I'll take everything you have.
Don't ever ask me for anything ever again. Ever. Now back off.
Oh, hang on, there's more options.
Get a new outfit. And leave me alone.
I bet you get a new outfit.
I really pissed him off. I need to go back.
What the fuck now?
You act so scary, but you did save all those dogs.
One, I'm not acting. Two, who told you about the dogs?
It's actually a great story. You're an animal lover. Could I pet the doggy? I could go grab him from your RV right now.
I won't even let you pick up the dog.
That was a weak ass attempt, but I'll pay it.
Besides, you don't want a leash. You want these keys right here. Look at your eyes dilate. You're worse than a junkie, Max. But no fix for you.
Ah, that's why I can pour the drink on him.
You eat like a pig. Try the floor.
I was eating those beans. Are you fucking insane? I was eating those beans! Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. I think I need to get the cops' attention first if you're going to do that, something like that.
My work here is done here, Frank.
My work here, what?
The magic keys to Frank's RV kingdom. I'm afraid I'll have to take your keys now, asshole.
What?
You did not just do that. Give me back my keys, bitch. Give me my keys now.
Yeah. What am I not getting? Oh, fair enough. Oh, well, there's ads in progress. Sorry. I'm just going to throw my oven on. I have need to eat. Right. Am I not going back far enough? What's going on? What the hell? What do you want me to do? I don't understand. I guess because I've got the keys, I get to keep the keys? Is that the idea? It's taking a long ass turn. Is it this thing? Nope. Oh my god. Seriously, I don't get this. This is, like, you want... I don't understand what the point of this is. I have his keys. He doesn't know I have his keys. Why do I need to rewind the entire diner scene? Is it just to show off? Oh, the game's... Wait, what? I've locked...
Enough, Max. You can't go back any further.
Oh, fuck. That appears to be a soft lock. Yeah, I got nothing. I can't. How the hell did I lock it? I don't get a lot of choice there, game. You fucked up. Shit.
Listen, when I went through David's laptop, I found pictures of Rachel and Frank.
I don't need. Oh, fuck you, game.
More than friends.
Right, no way, Max. She was just posing to tease Frank.
If you're not gonna believe me, why don't we check out what Frank has in his RV?
What's that gonna prove?
Frank has Rachel's bracelet. What else does he have in there?
Motherfucker better not have anything. For his sake.
I'm just gonna.
Let's check the door. Frank gets so wasted, he sometimes forgets to lock it.
Strange how to get Frank's keys. Because I am not.
I can't believe you hung out with him.
Not anymore. We have to be casual ninjas here. Shitballs.
Yeah, you're supposed to just rewind a little, like, as soon as he puts the keys down, you grab them, he notices, you then rewind to before he notices, and you can walk out. But it didn't, it locked. Yeah, I don't care.
And
Chloe, I got this. I'll be right back.
don't let my epic plan get in the way of yours. I'll try to scrounge up a Scooby snack to distract his mangy mutt.
Now to find a quick and easy way to snag Frank's keys. Good Lord, bacon. I'm ready to nosh again. Oh, but I need to get those keys from Frank.
Talk to Nathan Cop.
Nathan and Frank together? That's a bad combo.
You have serious balls, little girl. But hanging out with Chloe, playing with guns, and dressing up like Rachel doesn't make you cool or tough. What the fuck do you want? Take a picture of me and I'll break your fucking camera.
How do you know these are Rachel's clothes?
Because she looks beautiful in them and you look like ass.
I can't skip
You're
this shit.
lucky I just took that gun from you.
Grab your keys and let's check out your RV.
Let's not. You fucking creep me out.
In other words, Max, no keys. Maybe I could chat up that officer, or even Nathan, and then go all Groundhog Day on them until I get the info I need.
How you doing, Maxine? I'm so sorry you had to be up there with Kate when she, you know, just know that we're proud of you for going up there.
Thanks, Officer Barry. I know you guys deal with this stuff way more than me, but it is hard to deal with.
I'm glad you're representing Blackpool Academy.
I thought Nathan Prescott represents Blackwell.
Well,
Don't remember
make me
exactly
backwash this
which.
bacon. You know what the Prescotts represent.
Taking over Arcadia Bay?
You're not far wrong, Max. I heard the Prescotts are working on some new big land deals. Mr. Prescott helped out my family once a while ago, so I made a deal with him that I can't seem to get out of. Man, if I could get one instant replay in life. I better finish my breakfast first.
That's what soft
We'll
box
chat
is.
later,
Yeah.
Max.
Well, not soft.
I shouldn't have said that. I need to rewind.
Right, so it's the first dot that I need to go back with the douchebag. What the hell? What the fuck? Now I've got no... I'm... Game's glitching.
How you doing, Maxine?
Okay,
Thanks,
remember that I
Officer
talking to him. It remembered
I'm
that I
glad
had
you
spoken to him at least.
Do you think Arcadia Bay is a weird town?
I'd take a normal city with normal problems about now. Makes me sick thinking about it.
Well, I heard a rumor you were working for the Prescott family on the side.
Jesus, doesn't this town ever shut up?
I don't blame you for getting extra work.
Look, sometimes I check up on the Prescott family to make sure they're doing all right. Nathan included. Keep this quiet, Max.
Try interrogating somebody else, Lieutenant Caulfield.
Rachel? Whatever the fuck. Oh, look.
God, I want to skip
Max
through this so
Amber.
badly.
Nice outfit. Looks like ass on you. Sure hope you're not following me. You're in enough trouble after you got David fired.
Considering we're in a public diner with a police officer right over there, you shouldn't advertise your rage, Prescott.
No worries, because you're the one trying to fake it till you make it. At least you were smart enough to keep your big mouth shut in the principal's office.
I heard your dad hired a local cop to keep an eye out on you and Frank Bowers. Like a babysitter.
Bullshit. My dad doesn't hire. He owns. And these pigs know better than to narc on me.
Do they? I hope that means Frank won't get busted.
Eventually he will. Guy's into some freaky shit. He told me once he took a weird blood
How's
oath to Rachel.
how's life at the old workplace,
told you
Shorty?
that.
Is
Seriously. Now get off
any
my
updates
crack,
or good
whore.
stories?
Keep your pie holes shut.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. Kate's coming home. Oh, and it's her birthday as well. So I am.
You fucking stupid. Get out of my space.
I am not streaming tomorrow night,
Damn,
which I
really pissed him off.
which I normally do. And I'm streaming on Sunday night instead, which is ironic because her birthday is actually on Sunday. But the plan is we'll go out Saturday night because she is starting in a new hospital on Monday. So normally she has to be like at the hospital and prepped. So I think ward rounds ward rounds in most hospitals happen at 7:30. So she has to be like, so on any given day. Hey Ghost, how are you? Hang on. What does WSG mean? I have to look that one up. Yeah, so has to be at 7:30. So typically, on any given Tuesday or whatever, that means kind of being at the hospital more like 7, so you can prepare for the ward rounds. And then on your first day, because you don't know anything about any of the patients, she's usually there at like 6:36, and often she'll get in. Oh, what's good? Yeah, that makes fair enough. Look, I'll say good. To be honest, the last couple of days have been pretty rough. I haven't been feeling the best, but I'm here and actually feeling a bit better streaming, so that's good. Yes, I to be clear, last couple of days I've been having real trouble with accepting myself. Learning to. It's important to love yourself, and that's been an issue for the last couple of days, which is something I thought I'd taken care of several years ago. But anyway, there's my heavy news. How about you? How are you going? Also, the follow goal went off.
Rachel.
Do I have any more important blood oaths? There we go.
Weren't you supposed to keep your mouth shut about the blood oath Frank took for Rachel?
Blood oath? What the fuck?
Yeah, thank you.
I never
Working
told
on it.
anybody about that freaky shit. Besides, everybody knows Frank is a liar.
Oh yeah, and when I say
loser.
unwell, it's not a
Rachel
physical sickness. It's
Yet
a
Rachel
it's
Amber
more of
hung
a
with him more
mental
than-
health kind of just how
So,
I'm feeling thing.
Rachel wanted Frank's stash. She let him take pictures, then he carries around her photo like she posed for love. Dumbass. Holy shit, what do you want now?
All right, so this guy should get his key out now. Can't say.
What the fuck now?
I mean, hang on. So when you you feel free to rephrase it. I would say, just based on what you said, so I have issues about what people think about me. Are they telling you what they think of you, or are you assuming what are you kind of, is your brain saying, hey, this person's thinking this about me, and letting you, because that can be quite dangerous. Well, not dangerous as in if your brain is saying, hey, this person doesn't like me, you should always kind of question. It's like, well, why do I feel that way? It's like, have they actually told me they don't like me? Anyway, you should, like, potentially they have. Sorry, I should shut the fuck up.
You know I saw that photo Rachel gave you.
How do you know about that? Huh? Chloe, right?
She just told me that one of Rachel's favorite pictures was the one she did for you.
Really? Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. She was just a natural beauty, you know? Wait, let me find it.
Okay, that's a far better way to get his keys out.
Judge for yourself.
I can't actually look at the photo, which I would like to look
I'm
at.
afraid I'll have to take your keys now, asshole.
You did not just do
Yeah, okay. Fair. That's fair enough, Chris. I'm sorry for how that makes you feel. I also had really bad acne. Mostly, so probably like 12, 13, through really like... I've got the keys? Yep, cool.
Now
that
back
worked
to
that
Chloe.
time. Yeah, my acne, so I used to get called pizza face. And it sucked. It really influenced how I felt other people talked about me. And often when, like, when you're walking through the hallway at school or whatever, and you can tell people are having a conversation about you because they're like talking and they look at you and they're... when you've got things like acne or I was very nerdy and had some other stuff going on, it was very easy to assume they're always talking about that. What I found as an adult is if you actually go and talk to them and say like, hey, how are you? It felt like you might have been talking about me. They'll be like, off. You can find it. It's often it's like, oh no, we were talking about how like your backpack is cool or whatever. I'm not saying that's the case, but you at least, actually, no, what I'll say is I have had to learn that just because my brain is telling me that someone doesn't like me or a group of people are saying mean things about me, I shouldn't listen to that, because, and if I think it is real, it's actually healthy for me to talk to them and say, hey, actually no, it's not, it is, I've learned not to listen to that voice, and to not let myself act on those assumptions, and it has really helped with me making more friends. But anyway, so hang on. What I used was what's it called? Actually, hang on. I can do better. One sec. Oh, don't need to turn the camera off. One sec. Do want to take my headphones off. Okay, so basically what acne is your skin everywhere has pores. On your face there are pores. The pores are slightly bigger. Men tend to have bigger pores again. Within each pore there is typically so it's a little cavity within your skin, and there's a hair that grows in it, and the hair has a root. Happens with there's not necessarily a hair, I don't think, in a pore. Either way, pores, and if you get enough gunk in the pores, or if the pores aren't kept clean, you can get bacterial growth, and then that becomes infected, and that's what a pimple is. Basically, it's like a blocked pore. So, I have quite oily skin, so I will still get pimples if I don't keep... So basically, for me, it's about keeping my skin clean. So I need to make sure that I'm... washing all the oil off my face kind of at least once a day. So I use, so it's Dettol Sapoderm. Hang on, I'll actually get the camera to focus on it briefly. There you go. Dettol Sapoderm hygienic soap, cleanses and helps protect skin, helps remove odor causing germs. So basically, most of the soap that you buy, most of the soap, when you go to a supermarket, most soap that you buy isn't antibacterial. This stuff is, so it actually kills germs. So yeah, basically every morning in the shower, I wash my face with this sort of stuff. It is quite harsh, so it can, like if my partner washes her face with it, it dries out her skin. My face is quite oily, so I can handle it. Also, what's good about this stuff is if you have just a pimple, you get a really strong lather of this stuff and then just put it on the pimple. And what it does is it sucks all of the dryness out of the pimple. What it will do is then suck all of the gunk out and disinfect it. And if you like sort of, you come home from work, school, whatever, you do it once. If it doesn't, you put the soap on, you leave it on for a couple of hours as long as you can, wash it off, and then if the next day the pimple's still there, you can do it again, and it will just keep helping it reduce a lot. If you've got more acne, which is over your entire face, what I found helped was washing my face with this every morning, and in theory, the more often you do it, the better. So it's a bit like if you want your teeth to get lighter, you can clean them multiple times per day, like more than 2 or 3. If you wash your face 2 or 3 times a day, you'll find that the acne will start to clear up. Now, what I will note is depending on how old you are, your hormones, and a couple of other factors, it can be more than just the soap that is required. But if you've got really bad acne and you're finding things like this aren't helping it, that's where talking to a GP might be helpful, because just to get a sense of like, hey, what are the other risk factors, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Yeah, I have heard of Accutane. Accutane, so hang on, what's Accutane? The problem with those kinds of treatments, that in my experience, is usually they make, so it's isotretinoin, powerful oral retinoid derived from vitamin A. Yeah, so it's an oral. Hang on. So it wouldn't be. Is it a cream or do you take it? It is a pill. Yeah. Okay. So it's a powerful oral retinoid derived from vitamin A used to treat severe recalcitrant and cystic acne. It works by significantly shrinking sebaceous glands, reducing oil production, preventing clogged pores, and lowering inflammation. Treatments usually last 4 to 6 months, often resulting in permanent clearing, but requires strict monitoring due to severe side effects. I mean, just be wary of the side effects. I never... Is it Clearasil or something? There was always this brand of like, hey, if you want to get rid of your pimples, I think it was Clearasil, you buy this stuff. It was very predatory. It cost like hundreds of dollars per month, which would be like several. In today's money, you're probably talking like $500-600 a month. And it was a series of all these different things, and the only one you really needed was number 3, which was that kind of thing. It was I think it's a salicylic acid, which will dry it all out. The problem you have with these really strong treatments is that they tend to make it worse in the short term, and they don't necessarily solve the underlying problem, which it sounds like Accutane does. I would imagine so for me, this has just become a habit, which helps preventing pimples, and acne and whatever. 6 to 18 months. Wow, that is a long time. Look, stick with it. See your talk to your GP, and hopefully it helps. Probably should have a can cause suicide in there. Shouldn't in everyone, otherwise they wouldn't. Also, cause is a choice of words there as well. Can it? Jesus Christ! Put that into Google, you start getting some interesting results. As soon as you put the word suicide into Google, it doesn't actually give you an answer. It just gives you resources. Cause depression. Increased risk of depression, yeah. I'm going to pull you both up there. So, these medications that can cause these kind of stuff, it's not everyone. That's why some people take it. They're like, it didn't do anything. It can affect other people. I haven't taken this, but I have taken, oh God, what's the quit smoking? Antibiotic. Fair enough. That's another option. So I took a tablet that helps you quit smoking. You take it and it makes cigarettes take tastes gross, and 1 in 10 people, it affects their brain. And for me, I didn't read the fine print, I started taking it. After about 6-7 days, I was like, walking in front of a bus might be a great idea. And happened to mention that to my partner, and she said stop taking it immediately, and turns out, yeah, on the packaging, it can cause these symptoms. So it's not a... These drugs don't cause suicide. They are associated with an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and other serious mental health issues. Basically, for me, I don't normally think about suicide. By taking this tablet, it altered my brain chemistry such that I did start thinking about suicide, so I should stop taking it immediately. That is 100... Oh, yeah. Like, we're talking random Tuesday afternoon, and into my thought was just like... And it wasn't a, hey, this is an idea. It was, this is something you should do. And like, in the way that, like, maybe you should go to the supermarket and buy bread because you need bread. And... yeah, I'm just like, that's like, my brain identified it as a weird thought and not a good thing to do. But as soon as your brain's kind of going, hey, killing yourself is a good idea, that's not, particularly if it's not something you normally have to deal with, don't be like, oh, I can deal with that. It's immediately stop what is going on. That's not acceptable. And when you go and then read the fine print you get in the medication box, one of the first things it says is if you get any of the symptoms I'd been having since like day 2, which was like weird feelings and the vibes are off, stop taking it immediately. So the point I'm trying to make is just these kinds of medications can have mental health effects, and if they, within certain people, and if they do, you should treat it seriously. Anyway, back to the game. Rant over, my apologies.
I should have known. The amazing Spider Max.
I couldn't have done it without Frank. Now let's get in.
The important thing is to read the fine print on your meds, which I don't tend to do.
We'll need this, Max. On your mark, get set, throw.
Park the road. What?
Treat, boy. I think we just made that dog our bitch.
What? Who made this
Now I
game?
can snoop in peace, but let's not waste time. The doggy is busy now, but he might come back.
Did you hear the truck go past? Holy shit. I mean, I saw that. Caramel, what were you doing?
Damn.
What did you think would happen?
Was a shithole.
You're not a creepy drug dealer.
Frank has issues, but he's not creepy.
This does have strong Breaking
At least I
Bad
didn't think
vibes.
so until I saw him with Rachel's bracelet.
No, Ghost. My acne was mostly my face. It was really bad, sort of, typical spot here, and chin mark. I have acne scars. So there's bumps and there's lumps and everything from picking at it too much. So if you can, don't pick at it. Also, it was mostly my face. I would get it sort of... actually, no, I think it was mostly my face. I would get pimples elsewhere, but not so much acne.
Cruise everywhere in this bad boy. Can you see us heading down the coast to Big Sur and be...
What I'll say is... And this is not just true for when you're younger, it's also true for when you're older. When you have something that you see as a flaw in yourself, and particularly when it's something that you can, when you're making eye contact with someone and you can see them looking at something, hang on, sorry, it's so just because someone's eyes flick to something that you see as a flaw doesn't mean that A, they're seeing the flaw. People look at things all the time. Doesn't mean that B, they're thinking it is a flaw or a bad thing or whatever else. And beyond that, for me, if I looked at someone that had quite bad acne, I don't think, oh, look how bad that acne is. That person must be bad or whatever. I go, oh, that's like, that must suck for that person. Like, that's really bad for them. I know how much it's painful, and it's like, it's not, people aren't, there are mean people out there, and the worst thing about, one of the worst things about humanity is the people that are nasty are sometimes the ones who want to tell you this. But the vast majority of people, even if they notice something and they don't say anything, they're thinking a nice thing. Caramel, me and my mum get spot acne on her face, even past, So, I mean, it is massively to do with hormones. So I still get acne without my medicated soap stuff. I still break out in pimples and acne, and it's pretty much that stuff for me is bulletproof. Like, I don't get pimples really at all. But it is very much matched to my skin type.
John?
Yes, we'd be tearing up the highway. And you'd probably want me to kiss you again. Chloe, we're on a schedule. We need clues about Rachel.
That being said, I've started doing makeup for my streams because I've got the good light, and I was getting very reflecty if the light was anything above 20%, which it is now at, come on, it is now at 46%, which I'm happy with. So, you know, bits and pieces and matting powder and everything, but Kate taught me how to do the makeup, and she's like, you need to be really careful, like never sleep with it on, be really careful with it. You're okay, Ghost, that's fine. I wonder how much work Just is doing there. Kate was saying with your makeup, you need to be really careful about not leaving. Like you have to wash it off. Don't sleep with it on because it's bad for your skin. So like that, to be honest, like I've noticed my skin heading back towards the dark spots and the pimply direction.
Must take him days to download porn.
Yuck.
No. The makeup is purely, so if you go back to the streams from a couple of weeks ago, what you'll notice is I look quite pale and shiny because the light is reflecting. Here, I'll show you. So if I turn the light right up, so Caramel, to be clear, yes, sorry, not Caramel, Ghost, to be clear, I am comfortable with my acne scars. Like it's, the only thing I wish is that I'd picked at them less because, you know, they're a bit less thing, but my face is reflective of who I am, and apart from some trouble recently, I'm generally pretty happy with who I am, so I can accept what's going on. I will give you when you're younger, that's a harder thing to do. And yes, I need to get my cellar water. Currently I get in the shower and use this stuff, which is not, it's a nuclear warhead. To be fair, Kate will be home tomorrow, and then I get all of her cleansers and everything just come back, so I just wait for that. But no, the makeup is not to hide the scars. The makeup is to prevent this. So I'm going to turn my light. Cool. So light is now at maximum, and see how I'm pale and shiny? Without the makeup, that's what I look like with the light at this level. So by doing it, so it's mostly about just evening skin tone and having mattifying powder, but it lets me turn the light up so that I look a bit more presented without my face being completely washed out. If you...
There has to be some evidence linking Frank and Rachel.
Caramel, whereabouts are you? Like, are you Australia or are you... So it's Dettol, Dettol is obviously the big brand. Why am I... Sapoderm is the... Yeah, so... What does the time extension do? What do you mean time extension? Sorry, I'm not playing the game at all at this point. But yeah, so Dettol, Sapoderm, hygienic soap. There's also... There was a different brand. What you want is... It's what's called a medicated soap or a hygienic soap. And it's used... like, so when you... Obviously when you go bars of soap... Oh, really? Oh, time extension means... So the streams are currently 4 hours. Hang on, what have I actually said? I probably need to be a bit clearer about these channel points things. My streams are supposed to be 4 hours. If you do time extension, I will stream for longer. I need to be really careful about that. 20,000, that's a lot. I might, squats at 10,000, that's ridiculous. Actually, no, to be fair, so time extension is probably an extra hour. So I will stream for an extra hour, even if it means that I'm a bit tired for work the next day. That's what that one means. To be fair, I'm surprised that no one appears to have clocked that I added a text-to-speech at a relatively... Hang on, I'm going to use one.
There has to be some evidence linking Frank and Rachel.
This is Hugh Burger's text-to-speech.
I need to turn that up. Is it not? I mean, you get a couple of hundred. I mean, you get a few hundred an hour, don't you? I know in so many channels that I... Okay, Caramel. I'm going to add some rules around that so that can't happen. I'm interested in doing a...
For real?
Subathon stream like that. So when I've got like a bit of time off work or whatever, I might do we'll start at 4 hours, and as I hit progressive stream goals, like I might as well do it with, I think I might do it with subs, just as a way to work on that at some point. But yeah, yeah. Yes, it's that 20,000. Just as a heads up, that 20,000 stream extension might get modified. I'm okay with it being there. It's probably gonna. I need to figure out a way to kind of add rules around the channel points, but really, I think it's probably going to be a limit of 1 hour per stream.
I think the doggy likes his bone more. Pompidou? For reals? That's a poodle's name.
Also, I need to have something to eat soon. What have you got, Chloe?
Chloe isn't scared. She's loving this.
Yeah, and to be fair, yeah. Like on some of the channels, I sort of religiously just leave planning all the time. I think the most I've had on any is like 20-something thousand.
Frank must spend all his drug money on baggies.
What do you have to wake? What are you doing at 6:30 tomorrow, guys?
Nice rig. Glad Frank treats something here.
Also, why is it dang it's Saturday? What's happening? What's going on? Is the world ending and no one told me?
That's almost cute to see Frank posing with his dog. I could pry this video.
Wow, that is early for tennis. Yeah. Oh, so good, dang. Dang, yeah. I do wonder, so... Oh, that's what I was saying earlier. So yeah, so Katie's home tomorrow, and that'll be great. And then the reason I can't have a streaming room from, like, now is because we're having a visitor stay from Germany. Well, they're actually from Australia, but they've been living in Germany for the last year and a half. They're a fringe performer. So we have a fringe festival here in Adelaide for...
That's a pretty extreme lighter.
Yeah, that means a thing that you don't know.
Are these for Frank, or is he selling them?
Oh, Ghost, and what you're really asking is, can I teach you some young person lingo? I mean, you can test me if you like. See which ones I do know.
Actually, it is good to know that Frank has a knife.
Why?
The archetypal filthy guy dishes.
I don't know. Hang on. Is that Instagram? ISTG? SYBAU. So you something. Those are my guesses. I swear to God. I swear to gosh. I like that. I like gosh there, Caramel. Some nice God-fearing.
Frank must have a reason to keep a police radar nearby.
Yeah, no, I'm willing to accept that I'm old.
That would be so cool to take this baby on the road with Chloe.
I will say one of the better things about getting old is being able to accept yourself more. For example, talking about like, hey, I'm doing makeup before the stream and just being like, that's a fine thing. There was a time in my life that I would, even if I was doing it, I wouldn't have been game to even
doubt
mention
Frank
it.
is trying out for the Arcadia Bay Brewers.
Same as like being comfortable with acne scars, like it's fine. It definitely sucked back in the day, but
that's almost cute to see Frank posing with his dog.
Did I not go in here before?
This vent is loose. I need something.
Yes,
to
good
pry
luck with
open.
tennis, Ghost. Yeah, Caramel, you're also a baby. Not quite as much of a baby as Ghost, but...
Okay, this vent is loose. I need something to pry it open.
Yes, Ghost, next stream is Sunday evening. Maybe a knife.
Frank's stash.
Thanks, Ghost. See you later and enjoy tennis.
No more secrets.
That'd be the knife, I think.
This is almost as good as a set of keys.
Hang on. Caramel, this is probably a US thing. In your country is weird. Extra weird currently.
My blade will
But
open
do you know if you
any
live
portal.
full time in your RV, insurance won't cover it? That wouldn't. I'm going to say that this wouldn't necessarily be true in Australia. It might be true in Australia. Typically, it's just a case of you need to tell your insurer what you're actually doing with something for them
Oh man, Rachel and Frank's dog.
to accept it. And yeah, I could see that if you have like a insurance policy for your motorhome, it might exclude full-time residents kind of stuff.
I don't know.
Like
if I
you
should
guys in
text
America
or
have
slur.
some pretty shitty rules with your insurance that we don't have here. Like for example, that whole if you get your DNA tested and find out that you have particular things that like your insurance company's allowed to take that information and then charge you more, that's illegal. That's specifically illegal in Australia. Also, if I'm wrong about the US, please feel free to tell me. Also, like the whole healthcare system thing. So yeah, it's more like I heard someone saying if you're in the US, don't get your DNA like 23andMe done, because if it comes back and says, hey, you have like a risk of MS or whatever, if an insurance company finds out about that, then they will increase your premiums and or refuse to insure you. And then so what the insurance companies have done is done a deal with the. It's not quite a deal. There was some very nefarious thing they did to be able to get that information without you giving it to them. Healthcare was stopped over. Okay. What do you mean in healthcare it was stopped over under Obamacare? We're coming back. I admit I have a rough understanding of how your health system works, but like we have universal healthcare. So to put it simply, so I'm seeing the doctor on Monday. I live in a fairly affluent area, so my GP practice doesn't just bulk bill. They charge a gap, so the government pays some of it. I pay the rest. I choose to go there because it's really close to home and they're quite a good practice. However, if I quickly did a Google, I could find a practice. I'm pretty sure there's one just further down the road that does fully bulk bill. So I can make an appointment with my GP, see them for the 12 minutes or half an hour, and that will cost me nothing. They might give me a script for say antibiotics, go to the antibiotics or pretty much anything. Like if I go to the GP and they're like, hey, you need this medication. If I go to the pharmacy, the most that medication will possibly cost is, I think it's $12. I think it might be $7.50, but it depends on whether you've got concession. But anyway, so that's covered. The more important one is, let's say that on the way to driving somewhere tomorrow, I get T-boned and I get in quite a bad car accident. So everything from the ambulance coming to get me to being taken to a hospital. So sorry, the ambulance will come back to you later, but everything from the ED room, going in, being assessed, being admitted, being taken to the hospital, surgery, days, everything, 100% free. Doesn't cost a thing. The ambulance would cost about $1,000, but I have ambulance insurance, so that would be covered as well. And then more importantly, with that car accident, if I had, say, like a particular leg problem, what I can then do is say, hey, I want to go to private. I've got private health insurance as well. And that would start to cost me money because they're allowed to charge money. Health insurance under the ACA Obamacare, if you had history of genetic disorders, they couldn't discriminate against you. They couldn't make it easier. I'm sorry, especially running out. It used to be able to know. Yeah. Yeah, that's like basically in my understanding is the US is if they find out before you get insurance that you have like say diabetes, they will then charge you more for that. It's like, well, you've got diabetes, so therefore you're going to cost us more, so we're going to make you pay more. And it's like, well, in Australia, the price is the price, and it's factored into like in Australia the idea is, look, we'll charge everyone $100 because some people it actually costs us $1,000 and some people cost us nothing. So the idea is it averages it out over everybody because we don't want people with quite serious health issues to have to bear that burden themselves. Because this is something like, in theory, you could argue that, well, they're their problems, they should take care of them. That's a pretty horrible way of thinking. But also, like, yeah, that's just a horrible way of thinking. I was going to say that, oh, you know, people that do that stuff might end up going on to cure cancer, but you don't need that argument. How about we just, the argument that because someone has health issues that that's their bad luck and sucks to suck, I guess, is kind of a shit one, given that there's a whole shitload of healthy people that take advantage of that, and then if they happen to break their leg or get sick later in life, they want, it's like, well, I've been fine all my life and I want help now. It's like, then we help everyone. Soz. I remember that, yeah. That was your government shutdown with, I mean, I'm probably, yeah, being, was it the big beautiful bill being used to hold health funding ransom? 100%, yeah. That's the point of, so look at your Nordic countries where they pay like 50% tax, which it's so high, right? That's unacceptable. The tax is too high. Yeah, they don't pay childcare, they don't pay school fees, they don't pay doctors' fees, you don't pay insurance. All of that is covered. So basically, after you pay tax, that money is just your money. There's no, like, you know, the budget you run, and there's like, oh, I have to, so rent was obviously rent, and, you know, your bills are obviously your bills, and when savings are your savings, but all that crap are like, oh, I gotta put money away for rates and health insurance and car insurance, and, well, maybe car insurance, I'm not sure exactly what they do, but yeah, like, yeah, you nationalize that stuff, and then when you nationalize the stuff, the cost of service per person goes through the floor because you're no longer having to make money for taxpayers. That is 100% correct. It's been doing the rounds on social media for a while, but capitalism, which America is very much beholden to, but also Switzerland is very capitalist, Australia is too. Capitalism, in order for someone to get ahead, it requires someone else to be disadvantaged. It is a feature of that system. The other systems are we kind of just go, socialism isn't so much that, you know, hey, you're rich, so we're going to bring you down and poor, and then everyone's on a level. What socialism is just setting a floor and saying, we will never allow anyone to have less money than this. And usually you just put it at the poverty line. So even if you're not working, you just get universal basic income that says like, hey, you're a kid out of school, you might go to uni, here's some income. When you get a job, we'll take some of that away and everything's great. But yes, in America, America I think is probably the worst in the world, where people are afraid that someone who is... I'll put it in a way that's kind of mean. And this is not just true in America. There are many people around the world who their worst fear is that someone that they look down on might do better than they get, or might get something that they don't get. Yeah. Now, I'm going to point something out to you. There's a whole heap of billionaires tell you, like, Elon Musk is always telling you, oh, never believe this, by the way. Elon Musk loves to talk about how, don't worry about your retirement savings. You won't have to work in the future. By the way, what he's saying there is, please spend your retirement savings because it'll end up in my pocket. That's what he's like. He doesn't give a fuck about you and your retirement. He just wants you to put more money into the economy. Because when it's sitting in savings, he can't get at it. Sorry, I completely lost my point of... Yeah, so when Elon Musk or Bill Gates or all those guys think about all them, like hundreds of millions of Americans below them, they think the same way. They are terrified that someone below them might get a leg up. That is common the whole way to the top. There's probably a couple. There are very few billionaires out there. The billionaires who are out there telling you that just give me some money now and I'm going to make your life easy for the future is a fat load of shit. They have no interest in doing it.
I can't believe she was banging Frank. Rachel straight up lied to my face.
Billionaires really bother me. People that, this idea that just because people have lots of money that somehow we should look up to them is...
person who shits all over me.
Yeah,
why does everybody in my life let me down? My dad
Typically when
gets
someone's got
killed,
lots of money, they got it by doing a really, really horrible thing,
Now
usually
Rachel
continuously.
betrays me.
Chloe, Rachel is missing. Nobody betrayed you.
Bullshit. Who hasn't? Fuck everybody. Chloe.
I was going to say, that's how you trash your view account, but you've all stuck around, so I don't know what's wrong with you. Anyway. Okay, that's kind of funny. Where the fuck are my keys? On the roof next door. What the fuck? I'm going to. I need to eat something. I'm just gonna. Well, this is.
Chloe, you can't keep
I'll put my
blaming me
headphones.
and everybody for everything
Just gonna
wrong
get
with
the
her.
process towards getting some
It's
food
so
in me
not
going.
fair.
I gotta blame somebody, otherwise it's all my fault. Fuck that.
Oh no, there were choices. Just the. God, I want to say grow up so fucking badly. Yep.
Grow up. And I'm not trying to be mean, but you're not the only one in Arcadia Bay with problems. Kate Marsh killed herself, you know?
Yes, Kate Marsh killed herself. She's dead. Such sad, okay? That doesn't make me feel better about my fucked up life, get it?
So who do you most want to blame?
My fucking dad, of course. Hello?
You blame David?
I said my dad. My real father, who got himself killed for nothing. Not
Can I
a human
rewind that?
placeholder for Joyce.
Chloe, your dad didn't choose to leave you.
I know that, Max. My mom actually blames herself. Just because she wanted a ride home from work. Sometimes, even I blame her.
No, you don't.
Yes, Max, I do. Do you know what it's like to wait for your father to come home when you're a kid? And he never does?
No, of course not.
Sorry, I gotta pee. And the food thing, I'm just gonna be right back. Okay, sorry that was a long time, but I figured I would be better off getting everything done. So Lou is taken care of, there's food in the oven, I've got a fresh drink, and I can smell the garlic bread. I'm just going to have a little snack because I need to get through the end of the stream, so let's get stuck back into it.
That day, it was just a terrible accident.
I wish that made me feel better. But ever since he died, my life has been dipped in shit.
Sorry. I can tell. Hang on. WB. Whiteboard? Welcome back. I got it. I'm terrible with these. I can tell it's
but you're
cold.
still here, alive, with me, and that is no accident.
You're right. I don't want to hear this.
Chloe, I can't do this out on my own. I need you with me, and Rachel needs you.
Doing the thing. I don't even know if you guys are going to tell. I'm actually going to tell. I forgot what I had written and I wiped it. Is it still on the stream? No, it did get rid of it. Should work.
Oh my god.
Start.
What is happening now?
Hang on, let me just pay attention to the game properly. Okay, so I've done that. Go back to obs. Go to follow goal. Change the source. Actually, no, that should. Yeah, the source is the same. Okay. I am very happy to continue doing giveaways for follower goals. My thinking of increasing it from roughly an increase of 30 to 70 is a fair. Like, it's, you know, you want to keep moving the goalposts. However, I don't need to, so let's just keep doing 30s. Actually, I'll need to consider what actually just quickly on that giveaway, because I think the entries includes all new followers in 25-26. I'm just going to leave that in place. If you had an entry in the draw I just did, you will get another entry in the next one, and the one after that, and the one after that. So the previous was a 1 in 18 chance, next one will be 1 in 48, next one will be 1 in 78, so on and so forth. So you never kind of lose your thing. That's how I think I'll run it. Fine. I'm zoning in. Is it just the edges? I've switched it to, I think, 160, so just another 30. It was going to be 200, because a nice round number. But I was just thinking, I would prefer, I would prefer it went off more often. What I might also do is start running just
I hope the flash didn't scare you,
in-stream giveaways.
This is a keeper.
Not until I see it first.
So let's
you know the
say,
rules, Dad. Max, tell him.
hang on, I gotta stop. This is a good idea, and that's fine, but I do gotta stop. So, okay, so $10 giveaway. Just it was 200 and I dropped it. I chose. It's a choice. $10 giveaway midstream, and I need to figure out a trigger. So I'll set up like an automatic thing where it's just like, hey, we've triggered a $10 giveaway. Everyone who enters does, you know, types this into chat over the next whatever has an entry, and then it will go off.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
You look totally pale. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I need to figure out the trigger.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, Chloe. Give me the thumbs up or thumbs down.
Well, I might just allow this one into the family album.
You're the boss.
What is this?
But not the cook.
William is
Mini-Max?
Yes,
and
we can't
Chloe is just a kid.
and serve us slackers.
Am I that
Ooh,
far
I need
back
to-
in time?
You mean
Let's
pancake?
get my food out of the oven for a bit.
In France, they call them.
I'm 18 years old inside my 13-year-old self.
If you want to eat.
How?
I volunteer to break the eggs.
Do you remember how many eggs?
Mom said it depends.
That's true.
Okay.
So, how many eggs?
Don't you dare question the chef.
Right, like you're the real cook here.
Okay, so we've gone back in time to
I'll let her know
meet
that.
Chloe's dad.
Man, I remember Chloe reading this,
Redneck hick.
but not after today.
Chick. Redneck chick. Gotcha. What do you mean Mini-Max, Caramel? I'm curious. I mean, I can put the goal back to 200, but it would feel a bit disingenuous, mean at this point. But I don't know. It will take a fair while to get to 200.
I remember those cool drawings.
I
you did
would
with
be
Chloe.
quite happy for it to go off a couple of times between now and then.
Hello. Hey,
Like, I
honey.
won't keep it as
Just
30
making a fabulous breakfast with
forever.
Chloe and Max. We're all going to work at the Two Whales. What?
I forgot about this. Back to the lighthouse.
I'll probably go from 160 to 200, and then maybe from 2 to 250, something like that. Oh, so, for some reason when I saw mini-max, I assumed like min-maxing. Oh my god. I'm sorry that you had to explain that.
I'll come pick you up. Now I'll have an excuse to get a mocha.
My family never took fun, goofy photos like this.
Be there shortly.
I'm gonna find a little
I
cutscene.
have to stop William from taking his car today.
I have to go rescue yonder.
So her plan is to try and prevent the dude dying. This can only go well.
She don't have many bags of delicious grub for us to feast upon.
Ridiculous.
Do you guys watch movies?
Shit, where are my keys?
That's $1 for the swear jar.
You mean your college fund? Keys, please.
Keys aren't probably going to be in the snow globe.
I know I've seen those pictures before.
Aha! You can't hide from me forever. College fund. Keys, please.
Score!
Shit, where are those
Hello.
keys?
Hang on, is your name Maybe? I like that very much. Welcome, Maybe. You are welcome in. How are you? What have I done? What's happening?
Max, this is not the best time for a prank. Keys, please.
What did I do?
I was just, are you sure Joyce is ready? Let's just wait. Sorry. Here.
I'll get you back someday.
Oh. Thank you.
And no Chloe and Max
Hello.
wine tasting session.
Dad.
Don't blow
Thank
it,
you for the
because
gotcha.
tonight your mother promised to make us a world-famous salmon
But then he'll
surprise
press the
with
finder and it'll be like,
chocolate
oh, they're
cake for
outside.
dessert.
I guess we just find out about
Max,
this next.
you'll be here too, right?
She's never leaving me.
That makes all of us.
Yep, that's a rewind. You killed the father. You're a monster. Nope, still dead. Alright. Having a chat. Give me the keys.
In your college fund.
I need to hide the keys so William won't hear his dumb beeper.
Thank you, Caramel.
Shit, where are those keys?
Another $1 for the swear jar.
I know I have those keys right here. I know it.
Sneakily try some of this.
Forgot all about you, little buddy. Release the keys. Of course. Last time I ordered from Spy Guy Electronics.
You can take the bus, right? The stop is right down the street.
Oh.
This I can do. Good call, Max.
Oh yeah, the bus is great.
I'm sorry about the food
Every 15
microphone
minutes,
stuff.
and there'll be plenty of room for you and Joyce and groceries and it'll save the environment.
You sold me already. Off to yonder bus stop. Joyce will love this.
Max, you're being so fucking strange. You feel okay?
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
Flashback. No way. She unalived the father? That's a hell. Who takes a photo like that? This is messed up. This is like. I'm not really sure this is a healthy storyline. Yeah. Oh, I'm waiting. I'm paying attention.
Hello, are you even listening, Maxine?
All my friends in LA told me that Oregon was
I thought I'd get a bigger message than that, but anyway, there's a Discord room. Need to figure out how to manual trigger my Discord spiel.
You're not pissed at me, right? Right? Do you want to go hit the girl's potty and smoke a peace pipe?
I think Max is high.
She's acting like so weird. You cool, Max?
Nobody listened when I said we shouldn't let her in the vortex.
Courtney, you don't want anybody in the club.
Like whatever, bitch.
Wait, what?
Warren, he hooked up with Stella? Oh no, this is totally fucked up. What else have I changed? Chloe.
I was gonna say, like, that's such a monumental part of someone's life. You can't, like, the future would be nothing. Whoa. This is like one of those TV show episodes where they do this. You're just like, oh my god, he's the bus driver. Oh wait, they're gonna finish the episode. I've broken the past. Broken the future. I've broken reality. At least they did it before the Avengers. I'm impressed by how much the graphics are struggling. Like, entire sections of this is just like tearing and pixelating and... PS5's just like, what the hell is this PlayStation 3 code? I don't know what to do with this. Why would you write like this? PlayStation, this is an analogy rather than a direct sort of thing, but PlayStation 3 code is like that brief, not brief, I guess, the initial time of sending text messages where it costs like, so for those of you who are not old enough, sending a text message used to cost, it was like 25 cents per, I think it was 140 characters. So you learnt very quickly how to shorten words, like thanks was THX, and you'd like at a bare minimum. Oh, and also at that point in time, phones looked more like this, where they had like the physical buttons. So like A was pressing 2 once, B was pressing 2 twice, C was pressing 2 3 times, so on and so forth. So even typing things was really difficult. So at the very least, you would not type that.
We thought we'd never see you again after you left for the big city.
Okay.
No. I'd never do that to Chloe.
Speaking of, I know she's been dying to see you. Hold on. Chloe, you have a visitor.
She has the car accident instead. Can you imagine how it would make Chloe feel? So Max, in this timeline, Max has been her friend the whole way through, or has dealt with the accident or whatever happened. And then all of a sudden, your friend comes around and looks at you like that. Like, to my mind, she can just go put it all back. Like, you just go back and undo the thing. And, you know, by the rules of... Like, this is... If you've ever seen The Butterfly Effect, I can't remember exactly how that movie ends, but the problem you have with these kind of, like, time-y things is, okay, so you go back and you... When the keys get thrown out the window, you then put them back inside. Or whatever else. But in doing that, you've now, like... some neighbor saw you doing something, and then that creates something else, and you end up with this like growing mess of things you just can't undo. Although the simpler thing would just be to go to yourself and say, don't do this, this is a really bad idea. But yeah, my brain will always just find my brain will very quickly go for the, oh, you can just do this, this is just this, and then it'd be like, then the writers will be like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, oh fuck. Oh, also, so wait, Max was the popular kid at the academy, which means Chloe had something to do with... That's not the end of the story, is it? Also, I just love you saying pay attention, because I was on a bloody rant about something again. Who did the music for this? Sid Matters, Jose Gonzalez, Angus and Julia Stone. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. Does this feel really... are you mad at me? Because I can just be like, next! I'm trying to think what was... I mean, Discord I had to wait for that one. There was something... I mean, every TV show back in the day, right? Ted Lasso was probably the hardest thing I've had to wait for in recent history. Just like the way the seasons would finish, you're just like, I need more! Also, Owls, I'm not sure if you're there, but they've put up screenshots from season 4 of Ted Lasso, and it releases soon. Also, for those that are interested, the new series of Stargate, I think it's even going to be called Stargate SG-1, like it'll be a new SG-1 group, has started filming in the UK, because it's a full new big budget, should have cameos from the old characters and blah 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 blah. Jujutsu, that's on Netflix, isn't it? Jujutsu Kaisen. Let's hear your favorite media properties, people. Jujutsu Kaisen. Ted Lasso is my recommendation. I stumbled across, someone told me about it, and it was a Friday night, and I was living on my own, and I thought, you know what, I'll just watch one episode of this, and I got I think I got 20 minutes into the first episode and went, stop, I think I need wine. Got a bottle of red wine, poured myself a glass, came back, got to the end of the first episode and went and got the bottle and put it on my desk, and then just sat there watching at my desk, did the entire stream, just like sat back in my chair and got through the entire bottle of red wine. I think I got through an entire box of tissues as well. Season 1's on Netflix, nice. Because I saw that. Sorry, I need to resubscribe to Crunchyroll as well. But yeah, Ted Lasso. I'm worried about season 4. Like it didn't have a perfect ending, but at least they ended it. All right. What wants to side with David? Who gets the dog hurt and then doesn't change it? What the fuck? So basically 7% of people hate dogs. Fuck no. I know, yeah. We said, give me a list. I want a list. You know, we have a sex offenders register. I don't remember some of these because I did them on the last stream. jarring. Fuck me. Okay. So that's what it did to you. You're just like, here's a nightclub. So that's what you got. It's here's the ending, sad credits, nightclub scene, like forward flash thing. What the fuck? Alternative beach, right? That is. They knew what they were doing.
Life is strange.
Whoa.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Don't ever touch me again, freak!
It really struggles with the cutscenes.
Let's talk about your superpower. What are you
I wonder if
doing
it's.
here, Max?
I think it's a deliberate effect. That on the PS3 would have looked kind of.
It won't work.
It's because we've now got ultra high def. You can just see it.
For any of us. Miss Coffee, please tell us everything.
Hey, Stelman Louise.
That's Rachel's bracelet. Why the fuck are you wearing her bracelet?
Calm yourself, alright? It was a gift.
Max, we have to find Rachel soon.
Like you said, it's time to start the search for clues. Welcome to my domain. Let's find what we want and beat it.
Max, you better come check out these files.
Rachel in the dark room. Over and over. That's it. Listen, I found pictures of Rachel and Frank being more than a friend.
I can't believe she was banging Frank. Rachel straight up lied to my face. Why didn't she say anything?
So who do you most want to blame?
My fucking dad, of course. Hello?
No, you don't.
Do you know what it's like to wait for your father to come home when you're a kid? Ever since he died, my life has been dipped in shit.
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
You broke reality.
Hello? Are you even listening, Maxine?
This is totally fucked up. What else have I changed?
Everything.
Max Caulfield. Hold on. Chloe, you have a visitor.
Interesting that they put that there. Actually, no, they put that at the start of everyone, don't they? It just feels more poignant now. You monster. What did you do? Once we get this, one thing Ted Lasso, Ted Lasso has many lessons throughout. One of the ones I like the most is even when you've learnt everything that you can learn and you feel like to say you're at the peak of something is kind of not correct, because the idea that, well, this is you can always continue to improve, is what I'm getting at. But there is Ted Lasso demonstrates that you can do everything right, try your best and rise above yourself and all this kind of stuff and still fail. And that's okay, because the results are nice, but the effort that you put in along the way is what you should be proud of. That you could have won, right? That kind of stuff. I don't know. It's a difficult thing to accept sometimes, failure, but yeah. Anyway, back to Life is Strange. Yeah, that's what this game does quite well. Is I mean, it's what bothers me about the rewind a little bit. Is there is less finality to your actions. I get that it lets you explore both and kind of make a choice once you've made the choices locked in, but and looking at it that way makes it better, as opposed to like a dispatch where once you choose, it's locked in and you have to kind of replay the chapter.
Weird hanging out with you again.
I know. I'm glad we are, though.
So
It was nice that you sent me actual letters. It's more than any of my other friends have done. And you even wrote on that cool parchment paper. So Max.
Who is
So
the
pretentious.
voice actress for Chloe?
But I love writing on it like an English poet. You deserve the best stationery.
Probably easier to write than to visit me. I don't mean that in a bitchy way. Not totally. You probably wanted to avoid awkward conversations like this.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's not interesting.
The worst thing you can do is treat me like a baby. I still want to laugh.
Actually,
and
so
talk
it's the same character as Life is Strange. Same voice
Stop.
actor as Life is Strange.
This is seriously the best view of the sunset. What do photographers call that?
The golden hour.
See?
There's a blanket over her legs. And I wonder if it's because the animators, the developers are like, we can't be bothered. Not we can't be bothered, but it's tricky to try and reanimate her legs for atrophy. So they just like chuck a blanket on so you don't have to worry about it.
Without you here, I'd have no clue.
The things that go through my mind.
Bet you could take some amazing shots. Those beach miles.
What do you do for work, Meister?
Kind of know how they feel.
My condolences. It sucks. That
At
sounds like it
least
sucks.
I'm alive here with you.
I have a Friday work story, but I'll save it for the end of the thing.
You're a real survivor, Chloe. I know you have to deal with so much.
I don't want anybody else feeling sorry for me. I can do that. Along with my parents. My dad still feels guilty about buying me that car.
That feels mean. Nice.
Are you okay to talk about the accident?
We never actually have, huh? There's not much to say. Some prick in an SUV cut me off and I flew into a ditch.
Do you remember everything?
I saw everything in bullet time. I felt my back snap and that was the last thing I ever felt in my body. When I woke up in the hospital, I literally couldn't move a muscle.
Jesus. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. I'm just happy I did get to see you again. I could have ended up vanishing out of the blue like that girl from Blackwell.
Oh, I need to message a friend of mine.
You mean Rachel Amber? When was the last time you talked to her?
Never. I just read about her in the news.
I
didn't even know her name.
I'll explain that in a minute.
You did?
This is
Friday story.
such a
I'm gonna
different
write this up
world
because
than
I'm
when we
terrible.
were kids, isn't it?
After that snow and eclipse, it's more like the end of the world.
Don't say.
Sorry, I nearly dropped my controller.
I'm not trying to bum you out. It just seems like KDA is having a meltdown.
I know things seem out of control, but
Yeah, actually, no, you guys guessed. That'll be
as long as
funnier.
we're together, I don't feel afraid.
Hanging out with you makes me feel like a
The,
total
yeah,
kid
if it's
again.
chicken burger though, the cat one is concerning.
Listen, Chloe, I'm sorry I haven't been out to see you more. That was wrong. You're my best friend.
Max, thanks for coming out to see me. You're doing awesome.
I don't think so.
My nose is getting cold. Maybe we should get back to my place?
It is hella cold out here.
Hella? I hate that word, no offense.
None taken.
Hey, chicken burgers are burgers. I think I get to decide, really. So there you go. If that's a rule, there's going to be some people with interesting last names out there that can do some pretty fucked up things. Hi, my name's Matt Reaper. No. It's a... See, it's... Hamburgers are burgers because they came from Hamburg.
This
It's a pretty high-tech lair.
Take away.
But I am lucky.
No, if you take away the burger from a burger, it's a Hugh. Jesus.
I know it's hard for them.
They're grateful you're here with them.
Right. Especially when they can't even take a walk alone. Sometimes I act like a total teenage brat just to give them an excuse to yell at me. Pathetic, I know.
Chloe, you're a great daughter. You're kind and sensitive. When you don't even have to be.
Trust me, I still get my rage on. Especially when a nurse has to watch while I take a dump so she can wipe my bum. Or when doctors flip me around like I was a science doll.
I can't even imagine. But you're still amazing. You always have been since we were kids.
Thanks again for coming, Max. I need to get my drink on. Can you bring me some water?
Okay. The chicken thing is because this is my sort of second proper go at streaming. I've been have sort of been streaming on and off for the last year or so, but really properly for the last couple of months. About 6 or 7 years ago, I streamed quite a lot, nearly full time for. Hang on, is everyone ads aren't going to stuff people up too much? No, fine. I streamed nearly full time for quite a while, and at that point in time, I based my emotes and sub badges around my pets. So if I chat that. So there's an emote, there's a Cecil emote, and there's a Freddy emote. Cecil is around somewhere, and Freddy's in his tank over there. There's also a picture of me emote. And at that time, I had 3 chickens, and they were, oh god. It was Shirley, Nettie, and someone, and Enid, I think. Yeah, so I had 3 chickens. They were great. They laid a lot of eggs. So hence the chicken emotes. That is actually a picture of one of my chickens that I have turned into an emote. Actually, yeah, Shirley, Whirly, and Q. I think, yeah. Either way, so the chicken emote was it's actually a picture of one of my chickens. Sadly, when I know that relationship ended and I moved out of that house, the chickens went to a different. The chickens got rehomed, apparently to a lovely, family and whatnot. And then my Friday story was I was on. So for work this morning, I was out on site, and it was exceptionally hot. So I got to work at about 8:30, and it was over 30 degrees at that point in time. Went to the little air-conditioned site office and did some work for a bit, and then had inspections. Had an inspection at 10 and like half past 11. They have rules on site about how hot it can be before people, like the guys who work on site, can leave. So for this particular site, 35 is get into aircon, 37 is go home, and it hit 37 at 10 in the morning or something like 10:30. So when I went out for the first inspection, there were people around, but not very many, because a lot of people just didn't come in at all, because like, we can't pour concrete, we can't do half the stuff. So, yep. But a few people could do stuff, so they got there early, did a few things. By the time we started doing inspections, most people were leaving. By the time we did our second inspection, the only people on that site were engineers. It's like, site supervisors, I'm a structural engineer, the senior structural engineer, the engineers from the parent company, blah, blah, blah. And all I'm thinking is, we have these rules about how hot it can be before people go home because we want to protect people, right? Like, if someone's like, no, I'm going to keep working as an engineer, we have to go, no, go home. But we don't apply them to ourselves. And it's like, why the hell? It's like 40 degrees and we're standing in the sun having a conversation about steel. Why? Like, why it annoys the shit out of me. Anyway, so I got hot today. I'm pretty well Sunday.
The snow dough. I guess not everything changed.
Yeah, Shorty, you know what I'm talking about. Getting into roofs. Oh my fucking god. Wonder how Georgia's going.
Hello, Chloe. She likes fluffy animals now.
There's a pretty good chance I'll run into Georgia. Because I now work with Have you?
She
okay.
can't even feel the grass.
She kind of walked out and never looked back, did she? Without naming the company she works for, I like all of the big contractors I interact with, and Adelaide is small, so it's only a matter of time till I wander onto a site and she's there. So she wanted water. Let's not. Pity is an.
Drink up, buttercup.
I'm gonna say interesting emotion. That's not the.
Oh man. No wonder my throat is dry. I don't think I've talked this much the whole year.
Have you ever thought about doing a podcast or something?
I wish I could punch your face right now.
Mhm.
A podcast? Dude, I am a
Fuck you,
pod
man.
in a cast. Boring.
Ouch. It was just a thought.
I know you're just trying to help.
Yeah, that's become a bad habit of mine.
She does too.
Seems like we were kids.
I mean, linked. She's on LinkedIn, so yeah, you can find her that way. But whether she responds.
What do you remember
Yeah.
about us as kids? We all have different memories.
I think about us as little pirates running and jumping through Arcadia Bay.
Me too. But we're still pirates in our own way.
Yeah, right. Check me out, Chloe of the Caribbean. No way will I get on a fucking boat now. Unless you're with me.
So I started my new job in December. I am now the third most recent starter. 2 people have started after me. There's more coming, and we are looking for 3 more people.
You have me.
Currently, it's just constant.
Well, you didn't visit me a lot either.
Mm.
I mean, I left your cards and photos, but
I know I wasn't around much. No excuses. I'm a loser. But
Yeah, it's harder to tell from the outside, but
dude, you're not Supermax.
I haven't seen. I don't.
That's
Does
what my parents are for.
hang on? Does an echo? Oh, I'm sorry. Apologies. Yes, that echo should be gone. I need to fix my. Are you lonely? Oh. Yes, engineering. The echo was. I'm just gonna fix it. Hang on. I'll let the game. Hang on. One thing at a time. Saying, "Are you hang on? Are you lonely?" No, it's an honest question. Are you lonely is a fair thing to ask someone.
This is a dumb question, but
No, it's me. Sorry.
Yes, dumb question.
At the start of this stream, I recorded a channel trailer, which so you need a minute of trailer, and it has to be done within Twitch. You have to sort of record it as part of your stream, then pull it as a highlight. So I am like, made a couple of jokes, did the thing, so some games, realized at the end of it, had the microphone muted the entire fucking time. So then stumbled through it a few more times. But anyway, as part of that, I got a channel trailer done. I need to pull it out later and whatever else. But as part of doing the channel trailer, I modified how my stream deck works. And we're now seeing the effects of that. I'm going to put it back whilst this thing's playing because this is not acceptable.
I can't exactly go party like a rock star, though. Or get in 18 trouble with the folks.
I think Joyce and William are incredible.
Max, the accident has been so hard on them. Our insurance sucks, and the medical bills are fucking insane.
Can they pay all the bills?
No way. They keep the numbers away from me, but it doesn't take much research to find out I'm costing my parents almost $1 million a year.
Holy shit.
You're priceless.
Okay, that's that bit.
No pun intended.
That's the main
You are
one. That's
such a
the
geek.
thing.
That's why I love you. Of course, I know a geek when I be one. See, I'm practically a human entertainment system. It would be sweet to chill out together and watch a movie like when you'd spend the night at my house.
What do you want to watch?
I think I'm in like a mellow Blade Runner mood. I always
So hang on.
Plus, you know, I always wanted to have cool colored.
No,
lines
sorry,
in
the echo is me and it is now fixed.
You
I
would look
apologize.
incredible with blue hair.
My early streams are
Well, let's get
riddled
this
with
show on the
echoes
road.
and low
You
audio
better
and
not
things like
fall
that.
asleep on
Working
me
on the
like you
VODs.
always do.
So I have changed jobs recently. I now work as a structural engineer, so designing buildings and bits of buildings and things like that, mostly for government stuff. So government funded things. So sort of like the ones I can talk about include a netball center, a surf life-saving sort of redevelopment thing. Not much I could talk about, but yeah, sort of schools, universities, things like that. When I worked with Shorty, it was the forensic engineering stuff. So that's actually not designing stuff as much as when things are broken and you go in and try and figure out what's going on.
I won't fall asleep. Not when you're here. Not yet.
Now I'm allowed to search.
She has to use a lot of lotion to keep her blood circulating.
That doesn't make... What? Lotion for blood circulation. If you say so. It puts the lotion on its
Nothing
skin.
but medical supplies.
The thing I am endlessly impressed about is
Here's the DVD.
the technology, the kinds of technology so someone who is quadriplegic, which I'm pretty sure that's what Chloe is, the only thing she can really control is her mouth. Or sorry, the only thing that she can articulate enough to be able to sort of something to read the input for, say, like a computer or a wheelchair or whatever is her mouth. So they design joysticks that you control through like movements with your lips and your teeth and your tongue and by blowing, which is insane. Like that's a really cool way of, it's a really cool kind of tech to kind of go, okay, hey, you, this is what you can do, so let's find a way to kind of interface between, A and B. It's like my cousin's ex-husband he was paraplegic and he had a car that had just a motorbike joystick, so you didn't need pedals. Yeah, ours, I don't know if ours is busy, but is there any scenario where lotion helps with blood circulation? The game's making me feel things and I don't like it. I was going to say, you should just jump in there. Oh, thank you. It gets worse. I have mentioned a couple of times, like I've been having a rough couple of days. I'm fragile enough. If it gets worse, there will be tears.
I cannot believe you fell asleep so fast.
I was thinking that
I know you were beat down after the day with me.
as a quadriplegic, I mean, I'm probably, it's a huge assumption, but as a quadriplegic, it'd be probably nice to have someone that you're friends with like that to kind of climb in with you, because whilst you don't have sensation, like it's the point, if you don't have sensation through so much of your body that, I don't know, skin to skin contact wouldn't really work anymore, but the little bit that you get might be worth more.
Falling asleep on me.
You are a bitch in the morning.
It's the company I keep. Yesterday was such a blast.
It was great seeing you.
I know things were different when we were just dorky kids, but being with you made me feel like when we were little pirates, jumping and running through the forests again. It meant a lot to me just to chill out with you and bullshit. Fuck. I'm getting my regular head pains. Can you, pretty please, go upstairs and get my morphine injector in the bathroom?
Morphine injector?
It's total Star Trek shit. You can't even see the needle. Seriously, I need it. My parents keep the swag upstairs because they think I can't get to it. But you can, Max. Like a pirate, right?
I'm on it, Chloe.
Sorry, just give me 2 secs. This whole storyline, I have a friend of mine who is also struggling with a fairly serious disability, who, without, so it's an autoimmune thing, I think. They had their final presentation for their PhD today, and were struggling to even stand. So I'm just going to reach out and say, saw your video this morning, have you seen this message? I hope the... Shit. Hope the day went as well as it could. Well as it could have. And well
I'm so glad
done.
we had our movie night.
For getting through your PhD. I always overthink this stuff. So as soon as I'm like, hope the day goes as well as it could have, my thinking is like, what if it went badly? And she's like, no, it went terribly. You're a horrible person for suggesting that it. Just say the nice thing. And well done for getting through the PhD. Apologies, this is fantastic streaming. I just have a habit of meaning to do something and then never actually doing it, particularly with messaging people. So, okay, sorry. Okay, close medicine, cool. Presumably it's up the ramp. Oh, Jesus. Okay, thank you, Owls. It's not so much the circulation, but with that high of a C-spine injury, she'll have parasympathetic and sympathetic disorder. Something the usual mechanisms to keep... Oh, probably so. The usual mechanisms to keep skin hydrated, sweating, etc. makes it so that your skin gets really dry and altered. So not wrong per se, but not right. Okay, interesting. Yes, that is. Thank you everyone for the useful insight. That is. Now that piece of dialogue is slightly more valid. All of these will be interesting. I saw you TP. Wait. She's mean. She's friends with Nathan. What have you done to the future? Did he just say I'm not going to say fucking? I'm still just really happy. Very early on in this game, when you're in the classroom during a cutscene, you just hear in the background, Bueller. And this game, particularly the first couple of episodes, is just stacked full of pop culture references, but... yeah. Interesting. Which I feel like kind of reinforces my point of... I would have offered to be like, hey, can I jump in with you? It's a, I don't know. I mean, I'm in a touchy-feely kind of, not touchy-feely, that's a weird fucking way to put it. I'm in a overly sensitive kind of moody, blah, blah, blah. Be nice to your friends, people. Oof. Guess her bedroom can't be upstairs.
Too bad Joyce and William can't get any help from the Prescott Foundation.
This whole, like...
Toys?
It's... There are situations in Australia where people end up outside the medical system. I was talking to... I was talking about a girl I'd seen in Australia who... she had brain cancer, and they couldn't remove... They had brain surgery, couldn't remove all of her cancer because she would have lost sight, at least in one eye, because it was growing on an optic nerve. And basically, so she's like... This all happened in year 11. So she needs to keep having surgery so they can keep taking the tumor out. And to get through year 12, she took this medication which slowed the tumor growth down so much that she was able to get through year 12. But it costs like $20-something thousand. It's really expensive. And it's not covered by Australia's system because it's sort of prescribed outside of the hospital. And
Toys?
so there are gaps.
I kind of want to open this and
but
see what's in
they're the exception in Australia. Like,
Chloe always did love stomping around in her boots.
in Australia we have the NDIS, the National Disability Insurance Scheme. So like there would be someone in Chloe's situation would have money allocated for like physical therapy and to kind of bridge the gap so that the burden doesn't fall on her parents. Because what happens in this situation is Chloe's parents their life would just be centered around looking after Chloe, and it's like, well, ultimately, if you want her parents to be productive members of society, you have the NDIS, which means that someone else is being employed to look after this person, and then it frees the parents up to then go be productive members of society, which is not all about being productive members. I should pay attention to the game. Yeah, life isn't all about being a productive member of society, but most people want to be productive members of society. And yes, the poor girl, because the thing is, she's what, 18, 19, and the medication to get her through year 12 is great. It gives her some quality of life and whatnot, but it's the future of that story that's probably not particularly nice either. Pity people. Not pity, actually, that's a horrible way to put it. Yeah, sorry. How come they haven't even talked about her trying to put it back? Like, why wouldn't she immediately go, I want to find a... So that, yeah. So the cracks in Australia are specific ones, and there's mechanisms to get them filled, but that... In Australia, if that medication had been prescribed within a hospital system, it would be covered. It's the fact that it's kind of to my understanding anyway, it's the fact that it's a surgeon saying, hey, this would really help you, but it's not covered by the system, so there's going to be a pretty significant cost. In terms of the NDIS, like the support stuff, that is relatively new and has unfortunately, it's not working as well as it could. There's a lot of bloat to it, and bloat in terms of people taking advantage and adding costs where there doesn't need to be cost, and it's lots of problems with it, which basically what you're saying is also true here, that support provided does not measure up to the actual costs of said disabled person. Yeah. Why would she not try and put it back?
Butterfly? I'm sure this is a total coincidence.
I'm sure her actually could be in here. Do they just not come upstairs anymore? Wait. Nope, just didn't have the lights on.
It's cool that Chloe uses natural medicine too.
Okay.
Nothing here.
There was clearly medicine in that drawer.
The bathroom looks almost the same. Just more medicine. Here it is. I never thought I'd be delivering morphine to my best friend.
Interesting. I mean, an example in Australia was, so in certain circumstances, depending on the particular disability, initially the system would...
Nice to have you around.
initially the NDR system in Australia would allow some allowance for
so much quieter now than when you were
visits to a sex worker.
It's nice
Like
waking
in terms
up
of
in your
whatever,
house again.
like for the purposes of whatever, and that is something that I think is a good idea because ultimately sexual needs are, you know, human needs, and there are disabilities that create barriers that make, I don't want to use the word satisfying, that make that really difficult, basically. Or impossible, or what, like it's, you know, anyway, so I'm sure that it's not something that's particularly hard to grasp. So, yeah, like having an allowance that says, hey, like within the funding you allocated, there's going to be an allowance made that you could visit a sex worker. And then it got politicized. It became this like political football, and it was in the media about like, oh my God, taxpayers are paying for this. And it got taken out, and maybe it got put back in again because it's bullshit that it got taken out. That's disgusting. But yeah, there are examples of, I mean, to be honest, you have to draw the line somewhere, but yeah. Puritan culture indeed. They're infecting everything.
I have to tell you how much I love seeing
I'm not
you
surprised
all
for your particular part of the world, Vice Chair.
hero through all this. Chloe and I are lucky to have him.
There are, so the sex worker example is probably a bit of a tongue-in-cheek example. There
William
are
still the same
numerous other
after
examples of just ridiculous
that's happened.
For better and for worse.
rules
But
and
always
choices.
for the better. I never thought I'd love a man so much I can't imagine life without him. It sounds corny, I know.
You rule, Joyce.
Shit. Things would be different if I did. I like how you think, kid.
How are you doing, Joyce?
I'm doing the best I can, Max. I won't lie, it's difficult, but nobody said life was easy here in Arcadia Bay.
Do you know somebody named David Madsen? He, might hang out at the Two Whales.
Well, that was random. Yeah, he's a bus driver. He comes in sometimes. Cute, quiet. Why?
Oh, I was just curious.
You always were.
Duolingo
Nice
is
to see that
very
everything
mad with
doesn't
me.
change.
Plus, you guys have to work, too.
Bill and I have no time for ourselves. We're working more than we're living. I even had to take a part-time gig at Pan Estates. Ugh.
Do you know the Prescotts?
I know that Sean Prescott won't be happy until he owns everything in Arcadia Bay. Stay away from his son.
I'm just gonna turn the aircon down a touch whilst get some more cutscene.
So, what do you think is going on here with all of this eco-havoc?
Maybe Arcadia Bay just wants to be left alone. I know the feeling. Honestly, I don't give a shit about too much outside our house.
I don't blame you, Joyce.
Except now we have dead birds and beach whales outside our front door. So maybe I should care for Chloe's sake.
What?
I wish I was a better friend. I know Chloe doesn't get many visitors.
Oh, Max, you're Chloe's best friend for a reason. You're here exactly when she needs you.
I do like that I got her medicine and then decided to just, have a chat with Mum. Chloe needs help. Oh.
Who helps Chloe out when you guys are at work?
We have a series of revolving nurses and caretakers. Chloe still causes trouble, even if she can't move. Max, Chloe's condition is not improving. Her respiratory system is very weak, and she... Do you know what I'm saying?
Joyce.
It does get worse, doesn't it?
I'm so sorry you have to go through all this.
Bad or good, I embrace every moment with my daughter and my husband. This is what it means to be a family, and we'll always be one, no matter what.
I better get back to Chloe now. It's good talking with you, Joyce.
You too, honey. It's good for Chloe to stay in touch with her friends.
Sorry, I'm reading it. Hi. Hi, Poop Ladle. Sorry, I don't fully... It's not a joke, though, is just another rule made by twats that people have to follow because, say so, even as... Yes, even that gets taxed, but none of the benefits. I'm afraid I don't quite follow what you're talking about, but happy to discuss it further.
I know.
I don't follow.
Oh no. I didn't realize how bad Chloe's injury really was.
Okay, we want you to understand the reality of respiratory failure is a common people's severe spinal injuries. You just want from the bravest, strongest. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, okay, I got the unfair taxation bit. What do we, hang on. Is it in terms of sort of the disability support and blah, 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 blah? Because, yeah, that's where people get, it's easier to get people riled up when you start talking about their taxes being used for things that they shouldn't, you know, I can't believe you're being taxes being used for that. You want to get mad about tax money being used for things that don't benefit you, try not having kids. Something like 40%. It's a very, very large portion of tax, like, you know, tax money goes towards things that support families and kids. Schools, for example. Like, I don't fucking need a primary school or a high school. I've done that. Ooh, that's a... Alright, so... I don't know if I agree with that one, right? So I was listening to a podcast. I'll try and actually do some stuff while I do this. Okay. Listening to a podcast, and it was a dietitian's podcast, and they were talking about migraines and headaches and things like that. And then they were talking about how after you get drunk, you can get drinking too much alcohol can cause a migraine. And they were talking about it as being a self-inflicted migraine. And I'm not sure. At the time, I said that's like, you know, go F yourself to my car stereo as like the hero that I am. This idea that so hang on. Let's see. So right, so we say if you cause it, you don't get help. If you didn't cause it, you do. So people choose to smoke. Therefore, if they get lung cancer and they smoke, no help. But if you get lung cancer and you don't smoke, you get help, right? But what happens if you get lung cancer and you live with someone that smoked? Like, I know you didn't choose it, but why didn't you stop them smoking? Like, couldn't you choose to go outside? So we're getting a little bit complicated. Alcohol's another one. So if you drink a lot, that can make you quite unwell. So if you drink, that means if you drink and get liver cancer or any of the myriad, so like alcohol's a class 1 carcinogen as well. So if you get cancer, sorry, no good. So we're already starting to get into murky grey territory. You can extend it further. What happens if you're someone who engages in a lot of sport? Like I play hockey. So field hockey is running around hitting a ball on a stick. What happens if through playing hockey, I cop quite a serious injury? I chose to do that. Do I get covered? Like, is that where do you draw the line between? Where do you draw the line between? I decide, you know, me or society decides that you're allowed to do this, but you're not allowed to do that, because that's what laws exist for, right? So, in theory, if someone does a whole heap of something illegal and gets hurt, we shouldn't pay for that. But smoking is legal, so shouldn't it be covered? I'm not saying I'm any of this. I probably don't agree with you, but you get. As soon as you start trying to draw lines somewhere saying we're going to help you but not you, you can then extrapolate that and say, well, hang on, that line can go the whole way through here. Yes, and also what Al's is saying is something that occurred to me as well. So 2 people, one smokes, one doesn't. They both get lung cancer. Can you say for absolute certain that the person that doesn't smoke got lung cancer because they didn't smoke, and also the person that got lung cancer because they smoked got it because they smoked? It could just be that they're both going to get lung cancer and smoking was a... Yeah. You've got a point there, Caramel. I mean, you've got one. You could have someone... Yeah, so I mean, it's to me. This is so in Australia. If you're engaging in an illegal activity, so you're smoking a heap of the drugs or whatever, and you end up with a health impact due to that activity, we will still help you. There is no line drawn between you're a dumbass. Yeah, because that line gets real murky. What happens if an 18-year-old is drunk and gets on a four-wheeler? This happened. Someone is drunk and on New Year's Eve jumps on a four-wheeler, so like a four-wheel dirt bike, ATV, depending on where you are in the world, drives it onto a campfire and it explodes. Totally I don't know why I told that. So 18-year-old drives an ATV and hurts themselves. That was a dumb thing to do. Should we help them? Like that was shouldn't their lesson be no, fuck you getting your leg fixed. You can have a limp for the rest of your life. It's a really, really, really hard to know where to draw that line.
Apparently the only thing that hasn't changed.
The better approach is to have a better education system and better supports and better social services and that, so people just do less dumb things, because that actually works. So I disagree with you. You don't encourage smoking by having a health system that will help you if you smoke. Because by your argument, smoking should then be significantly higher in Australia than in, say, America, and it's not. Because in Australia, like you get the free healthcare. People don't extrapolate that far forward. It's not, aha, I can have this cigarette because if I get lung cancer, I will be healed for it. This cigarette, I mean, I smoked. You just assume you're not going to get lung cancer. You assume you're the... So in Australia, if you drive headfirst into a wall, then yeah, people will pay for the damages for your dumbass actions. Yes, that is exactly how it will work. Yeah, you can't stop people doing dumb things. And yeah, actually, sorry, Karen, so the issue I have with this kind of thinking, right, that we go, aha, we're going to draw a box around the good people in society, because it's also just an aside, often whenever someone does that, they just draw a box around the people all of one color. But anyway, let's get away from that argument. So you draw a box, here, all the people that have full-time jobs and pay good tax and don't have criminal records and don't do drugs, cool. Here are all the good people. You get help, everyone else, go fuck yourself. People don't just exist in that box. People start their life outside the box and then move into it and then move back out of it and then move back into it. If we're calling the box as someone as being like just a productive member of society, like they are net output as opposed to net taking. There are numerous examples, many, of people who have been takers their entire life, like almost their entire life, 30, 40 years of their life, they've needed handouts or whatever, and then they develop a cure for cancer. That's a somewhat bad example because it's a bit like cancer is like, but this idea that just because someone's making dumb decisions can never change their life and make good decisions is wrong. It's flat out wrong. And also the idea that just because someone's making good decisions now doesn't mean they're not going to make a dumbass decision and end up outside our lovely square is also wrong. There are many people who had these big high-flying jobs and houses and cars and the families and everything who end up homeless. It's, yeah. Sorry, I've been ranting for a bit. Pay the costs, yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if you drive your car into a wall, you're going to be liable for the cost of the wall, the car and everything, but yeah, the health system will help you out. No, that's not... Hang on. That's called insurance fraud if you try to benefit from someone that someone else has been paying for years. No, insurance fraud is you lie. Like, so hey, I crashed my car when you didn't crash your car. It's like you have a contract for your insurance and it's trying to make a claim either outside of the terms of that contract or by falsifying things. Like, that's insurance fraud. Trying to benefit from someone that someone else has been paying for years. That's the definition of kind of civilization. The idea that we all contribute equally but people will equally. We all contribute, and different people will benefit more from that. As an example, this is a really good example. I pay quite a lot of tax. I pay a lot more tax than I get benefit back currently. That might change in the future. In the past, I've gotten a lot more than I pay tax, so noting that. I love, like, extremely happy with the idea that a portion of the taxes that I pay in excess of, I'm getting back, there is someone just like Chloe in this part of the story, so they're paraplegic, and my taxes are going to help that person. And that is 100% what I want my taxes to do. 1000%. Like, yeah. Who did it? So, no. I mean, you're conflating a few ideas. So, if you drive headfirst into a wall, who's paying for the damages? So no one's saying that the damages are being paid for. So if you drive headfirst into the wall, the cops are going to want to talk to you. It's insurance fraud if you try to claim that it wasn't your fault that you driven into the wall. But that's to do with the car. We've mostly been talking about health, like the idea of should a health system fix you? And yeah, in Australia, the health system would fix you. There would be some questions as to why you drove into a wall, but that's a different kind of fix, I guess. And yes, I think my personal view is that our health system should help you even though you chose to drive into a wall. There's no insurance fraud. So, to be clear, Australia's Medicare system is not a health insurance system. Technically, it's just a access system. There's no, like, I know that the American system is based around insurance. Medicare in Australia is not actually technically an insurance. I'll actually try and play some of the game now. I apologize. Yep. What 3 hours said. Yeah, it's also
William never had a garage sale.
The only person that knows whether someone meant to do something is the person that did it. Right? Like, you cannot understand someone else's intent. 2 seconds at most, I'll read in a sec. So, like, it's the problem is from an outside observer. If we decide that Bob is the guy that decides whether you get help or not because he's going to decide whether you meant to do something or not. How does Bob know? Like, is Bob getting it right? Does Bob have an error rate? Is he in his 1 in 20? Like, no, I think it's deliberate, but it's actually not. And then you've got a problem with Bob. So how about we just get rid of Bob? We help everyone. And then, like I was saying, if people are wanting to deliberately, okay, first of all, if people are wanting to deliberately drive their cars into a wall, we should be trying to work out why that is and help them. Also, the benefit of Australia's system is that no one is trying to drive a car into the wall because there is no potential benefit in doing that. I think there is in America because of your stupid, like, that's not a thing anyone's doing because it's like, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm sure you said something. A lot of people are... I don't know. I mean, so Maestro, when you say you do everything right and you're barely getting by, so on Monday, someone's doing everything right, barely getting by, and they look at their neighbor who's getting all this help that they're not getting. What's to say at the end of the week, person A isn't then getting that help? Like, people's situations change, and it's a little bit conflating two different ideas in terms of a civilization should help people as it's able to. So if there's someone who's struggling so much, then they should be getting help as well. The bigger issue we have is probably where money's being directed at a higher level, but that's a slightly different argument. Yeah, but don't you see the problem with this? Even without insurance or nothing, it's all away from the lot we call national treasury or whatever you call it. I'm going to assume you're talking about kind of a national budget, which is people pay tax. There's tax on things you buy. Companies are supposed to pay tax. Another argument. I have a question for you. So we all pay this tax to the government. What the hell is the government meant to be doing with that money? Right? Like, so roads, hospitals, health, like it's the point of it is to so it's Australia's kind of in the middle. If you go to some countries, you pay even more tax, and they will cover all insurance for you. They will cover all education, including university education for you. Your entire life is basically free. The money you pay after tax, you can spend on like holidays and cars and things that the government shouldn't pay for because they're extra. I don't think the argument is pointless, but Caramel has a good point. Who is doing stupid things because they feel like it? Like you're creating straw men in this argument, but without actually defining. Like Caramel. All right, game. Let's do some game. I got the medicine. Let's go find It reminds me a little bit of a Ghost was getting mad. Not mad. Ghost was talking to me about building design and how about lots of buildings are ugly. And my reaction to that was go into government and change the rules. Like if it bothers you that much about how ugly buildings are, go fix it.
Okay, but get ready to yell for your folks if I screw up.
Oh, trust me. I will. Of course, my pain just keeps getting worse.
People that know me well will probably agree with this vehemently. Talking about a problem, fantastic. It gets real old real quick. If you want to whinge and bitch about something you see as being a problem, how about you take that energy and put it into doing something to fix it? And I'm talking about me here. I'm not trying to have an attack on any of you guys, but yeah, like... Yeah.
You caught me on a good day. Max, I'm so grateful that I'm even able to hang out with you. See, I'm getting mushy. I'm already high.
Holy crap, is that what I just did?
Do you want anything else?
Stop me if I'm being too emo, but can you grab one of the photo albums over there? I'd like to check out some old pictures of us when we were kids.
That is very wild, yes.
Please. My diary is like emo ground zero.
Who administers your morphine, my friend?
A photo op with Chloe Price. Ever.
Yeah. Meister, I agree with you, and I think, to be honest, if people cared a lot more about where tax money was allocated and were sort of use that to inform how they voted. It's the problem we've got here is we have in Australia, the media is abjectly terrible and doesn't do the thing where they're like, hey, here's all the money that comes into the system. Here's where it's going. Because in Australia, we give significantly more money to landlords and oil and gas companies than we do hospitals. Like,
it wouldn't be my
that's kind of fucked. We give handouts to big, rich companies and organizations at an alarming rate whilst claiming we don't have enough money to fix roads or pay hospitals properly and that kind of stuff. Like, and if the media is like, here's a handy little graph that just shows like in a year, this is where it's all going, people would get real mad real quick. But that doesn't happen, and I wonder why. Anyway, sorry, I'll shut the fuck up and play the game. What about it? Photo album. Yeah. I really wanted to come back with a snow globe and be like, is this a photo album?
Oh my god. I made that mix for her when we were 12. That's a serious heat lamp.
Okay, fair enough. I was going to make an I love lamp joke. Photo album. I'm going to check what's in the drawers first.
Wowzer. Chloe was a straight A student. She could have gone to any college.
Don't worry, it's fine. Carry on. Poop Ladle, are you suggesting that I'm the government?
Perfect.
Or we're the government?
Oh my god.
Maybe we were all the
Look how
government.
little we are there. We look like toys.
I remember that day by the lighthouse.
My dad was pissed at us. He actually tried to give us a timeout.
And you laughed at him. My dad would have banished me.
Whoa, awesome picture. We look so badass in our pirate gear.
We should have taken over Arcadia Bay when we had the chance.
There's still time for you.
That is an accurate description. There's been pushes to include some stuff recently. Like there's been a push to try and get dental into Medicare in Australia, and it has been included for children, I think, or particularly disadvantaged groups, which is a start. Often in Australia, like you get that foot in the door, and then at some point a government will go, cool, let's expand it.
I'm too busy, as you can see.
Sorry. Oh, I feel like a cunt.
Oh man, there we are making pancakes. I love that
You're
shot
great.
of
Yeah.
us. It's hard to believe my dad took that picture only 5 years ago.
Literally seems like yesterday.
I wish it was.
So, Alzheimer's is a significant sort of disease in Australia, and Alice is probably going to pick me up on this one. Flossing has been linked to... So a lack of flossing has been linked to Alzheimer's. So basically, like, the more you floss, the less likely you are to get it and on later on and things like that. So yeah, there's like a direct connection between people that have good dental care and the knock-on effects too. Oh yeah. 100%, man. That's whenever someone says to me, "Oh, I don't floss, I can't handle it," I just tell them that, and they're like, "Fine, I'll do it." Actually, speaking of, I haven't flossed in a little while. It's actually might be dementia, but either way, these things scare the shit out of me.
My respiratory system is failing, and
I was watching there was it was a fairly like high-ranking news, blah, 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 basically saying that Australia is failing in terms of our health system is reactive rather than proactive. Water picks are also good. So our health system it's about you getting sick. So it doesn't actually do anything until like you've got this problem, as opposed to the proactive care, which is like checking in with your GP and physiotherapy and all that kind of stuff that gets you out of hospital in the first place. And there's some big like international body which ranks health system across the country, and Australia ranks exceptionally well in terms of the quality of our outcomes, and almost one of the worst in the world for like our system is 99% reactive as opposed to so, and that's like, hopefully that gets noticed, because that's what we need to in Australia. If you get sick, you could be relatively sure that you'll be taken care of well. But if you're someone that's like, so I have a friend who her back was really bad and she couldn't afford care, and she didn't get help from a hospital until she was in a wheelchair.
And it's only getting worse. I've heard the doctors talking about it when they thought I was zonked out. So I know I'm just putting off the inevitable while my parents suffer along, and I will too. This isn't how I want things to end.
What? What are you saying?
She's gonna die soon.
Saying that being with you again has been so special. I just wanted to feel like when we were kids running around Arcadia Bay and everything was possible, and you made me feel that way today. I want this time with you.
Australia has its own challenges, but there's a few things you could look at and go, it's
yes.
Sorry. I like the idea of when you've got a country and you're like, hey, we have a struggling X system. You look around the world at other countries and you kind of see how they do it and go, this one's working really well. We should look at that. Australia's health system is not the best in the world, but it's certainly better than a lot of others. And you could look at it and go, what is working well for the people in Australia? Some things that Australia does have really good versions of: superannuation system and voting system.
I do.
All you have to do is crank up the IV to 11.
Oh, honey. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Chloe, I really don't know if I can do this. I had another friend who wanted to end it all, and I did everything I could to try and save her life. How can I be responsible for ending yours? I mean, there's gotta be another
I am
way.
pro
Max, you were there
euthanasia.
for your friend, no matter what.
That's fair.
Now I'm asking you to help me the same way.
Why haven't we rewound time?
Chloe, but
Put it back, you monster.
is hurting.
At least you have a choice. When you want to make a decision, you can just do it. Look at me. I'm at the mercy of everybody. For once, I want to make my own choice.
I am pro euthanasia, but you've got to be really wary of, like, so.
Help me, Max.
You shouldn't really say this. She's asking for this on a whim, but there's a level of. It should be an ongoing process where you make sure that someone's not just having a particularly bad day or a particularly bad week, or sorry, yes. Yes, to be fair, the euthanasia was a particularly bad word. So voluntary assisted dying is, yes, a much better, not a much better term. It is the correct term.
Chloe, I'll just drift to sleep, dreaming of us here together, forever. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you for following your dreams. Don't forget about me.
Never.
I love you, Max. See you around.
Sooner than you think.
It's. I agree with Al's. That's very sad. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm sorry, William.
Caramel, is there an option to not put it back? Yeah, that's what I would have thought. Very hard to... I am surprised she let it go that far. I mean, it's a story.
Someday Dad'll get one of
No.
those newfangled computers.
I hope the flash didn't scare you, Max. This is a keeper.
I mean, okay, so the point of this story, it's this game is aimed at, I think, adolescents more than, anything. And it's the butterfly effect idea. It's like, as much as you wish that you could go back in time and that, if your mum had passed away or brother or something, like, people dying, people moving, like, it's very easy when you're young to be like, if this one thing in my life was different, if things would be so much better. And I can give you multiple examples from my own life where it's like, if I could just go back and change this one thing, then everything would be better. But you can't go back and change one thing and then everything else is the same. It changes everything. Like, your whole life is different. And if you can accept that, then it gets a lot easier to just go, look, it's a shit thing. I would change it if I could. But rather than focusing on trying to change it, you focus on trying to learn from it so you don't do another shit thing in the future.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, honey. What? Oh, I didn't know you had to get groceries. Of course I'll come pick you up. Shit, where are my keys?
That's $1 for the swear jar.
You mean your college fund? Keys, please. Aha! You can't hide from me forever. And no Chloe and Max.
Made it too cold. I'm going to change the aircon again.
Don't blow it, because tonight your mother promised to make us a world-famous salmon surprise with chocolate cake for dessert. Max, you'll be here too, right?
She's never leaving me.
That makes all of us.
Max, you are being so fucking strange. Like you're never gonna see us again.
Chloe, I'm so sorry. I tried to make things different for you. I did try. I'm sorry.
I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but come on. You have made things different, like my whole life. You're my best friend. I've got you and a great family. What's to be sorry for? We'll be best friends forever. And when we grow up, we're taking over the world.
Listen, whatever happens, I want you to be strong. Even if you feel like I wasn't there for you. Because I will never abandon you, Chloe. I'll always have your back. Always.
Why would that be a photo? Oh, it's the gun thing, right there.
Chloe, you're alive. Yes.
Whoa, whoa, down, Max. You get one kiss, now you're all over me?
I'm so glad you're here.
You sound high, but thanks for the morning grope. Since we were up all night playing CSI Arcadia Bay, I was still spaced out here trying to put all this info together. Max, did you forget we've gone over this? I hope you weren't messing around with time while I was sleeping.
Not anymore. I'm just spaced out too. Welcome back to the real world, Max. I don't think I can ever tell Chloe about what happened.
I wouldn't, no. See, so, hi, by the way, my time ability, I used it to go back and save your dad. And turns out it works, but instead you end up a paraplegic, and then I helped you with voluntary, yeah. I agree with both of you. It's fine to move on, but also, yeah, it's bad things will happen, and we should accept that they happen as much as good things. All right, I think I've had enough heart-wrenching.
Let's look at the big board and see all our pieces
from this game this evening. And maybe it might be a nice thing to raid somebody. Being a time goddess. You're a time goddess, Poop. I'm sorry, but that name. You're a time goddess, Poop Ladle? Just chatting. Going into mission. Let's see what She Brews is up to. It's someone that was part of a group that raided me this time last week, I think. So it'd be nice to return the love. Right, so thanks for the stream, everyone. It's been a... Oh, sorry about that. Yes, I do get confused about the time goddess things, but yes, she's a time goddess. It has been a good stream, and as I mentioned a couple of times, I've had a rough couple of days, and I wasn't sure about streaming with how I was feeling, but I've had a great time, and thank you for your part in that. I will be not streaming tomorrow night like I normally do. I pushed it to Sunday, so I hope to see you all then. And than that, let's start the process for the raid, and we'll go see what She Brews is up to. Let's all say hello. Alright, thanks very much again, and I'll see you again soon.
Yeah, so I'm from Victoria, which is the state that's south. Oh my days! Oh my days! You! How are you? Oh my gosh! Oh, Crowlax, you've just left, but there's another streamer from Adelaide. Victoria's the best one. Yeah, there's Victorian accents, and New South Welshmen have very different accents. Different minorities sound different too. That's true. Yes. So you can be from Victoria. I'm good. How are you doing? Well? How was your stream, by the way? How was the rest of your stream?
Thanks. It's been a good one.